welcome to the show.
Oh, hi.
Christmas
You
Saves.
did the thing that we literally.
Yeah, we
fuck
literally
off.
were. Fuck you. Oh, you guys don't want to talk to each other.
They said. You shouldn't have said anything, is the point. So, welcome to Carimble Saves, where we save the Carimbles.
Carimble!
One at a time. We almost caught them all. Man,
Are
if
we
someone
saving
knew,
them?
if someone new tuned in, I was joking. But if someone new tuned in, they'd be like, "Wow, I'm really out of whatever the fuck they're talking about." Carimbles, you say?
Carimble.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Charisma Saves. Welcome to the show. We do the D&D, and it's a lot of fun. What were we talking about? Hall & Oates? We can't play that on the show.
We were talking about Hall & Oates, and then we were talking about Morbius.
We were talking about Morbius?
Well, yeah.
Well, there's not.
Like the
We're talking about
there's-
Morbius the phenomenon.
There's
not Morbius
quite
the
literally
movie.
nothing
talking
that
about
connects
Morbius
this
on
show to
Twitter.
Morbius.
Unless.
Unless there's nothing. No.
Unless.
Segue.
You know. Very natural. You know, I've been thinking about one of the greatest cinema phenomenons of all time, and
Star
that
Wars.
is not
Sonic
Star
2.
Lord of
Wars.
the Rings.
No, I've not seen Lord of the
Fast
Rings
and
yet.
Furious.
I've owned those. I haven't seen them though, and
No, we'll see.
I own the first 8 Fast and Furious films.
Are
and I've
there
never
more
seen
than
them.
8?
There's
That's
9,
nine.
I think.
Yeah.
Why
There's
is there
gonna be
that
a-
many?
Tokyo Drift?
Because Vin Diesel will not stop.
He can't be stopped.
He's Vin Diesel,
He has
not
to do it
Vin
for Paul
Biofuel. All brakes, no gas.
No ethanol here.
This is already off the rails. Okay, so anyway, the greatest cinema experience of our lifetimes, Morbius, which we've all clearly seen, as we know it's a worldwide phenomenon.
I saw it in theaters on the day it came out.
It was in April.
April
Like 22nd?
20th.
No.
Nope, I was.
No.
This is nope. I was. It was 420. I was here.
Okay,
Is it April 1st?
I would like everyone.
That'd be hilarious. They dropped Jared Leto's Morbius thing on April 1st. Like,
It's just the payback for him pranking people on the set of Suicide
Oh,
Squad.
God.
Oh, dead
It was.
rat.
It was April 1st.
You made
Wait,
Morbius, you
It was
stupid
April 1st.
asshole.
Wait, you're kidding.
No, it was April 1st.
We've gotten
Oh.
sidetracked yet again.
We've been sidetracked from the ad. Anyway, here's the thing. I guess that's the ad now. So,
We're bad at capitalism.
if you'd like to go ahead and think about another series that was made by the producers of Morbius, Venom.
oh, whoa!
Wait, was it?
Yeah.
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 Oh shit.
Yeah,
So-
that's why Venom movies are.
No, they're great. And
Have you seen both of
No.
them? Okay.
I've only seen the first one. I own both of them
He's
though.
too sweaty.
He's not sweaty. He's
Sweat.
he's
Sweaty.
venomy.
He's got a man living inside of him. That he has a gay relationship with. Okay.
Have you ever wanted to play as Venom? Not copyright, obviously, legally distinct. Anyway, there's a link in chat that you can also play as a symbiote warlock.
For
That's the ad.
$1!
For $1.
Which is about how much it should have cost to see Morbius.
okay.
So there we
Right.
go. Wait for your.
Next week I'll prepare an ad. That
Did you get your
sounds-
2
that
gold
sounds
for
good.
that?
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Wait for
Fuck
your.
yes.
Wait for your free Morbius streaming service
It's
thing
gonna
to
be
happen.
soon, right? They can't keep charging.
They
it.
just
Morbius
put it out on
Plus?
DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah, but like,
Who's buying that?
how long is it gonna sell? Fuck.
Look,
The
okay.
one copy
no,
that exists, the
listen,
special
listen,
edition Jared Leto signed Blu-ray Morbius,
Extended cut.
will be in Hannah's home at some
She'll
point.
have some sort
Here's
of
what-
Morbius collectible, I'm sure, too.
Here's what you need to understand
The extended
about
cut is so
choices
much
I
better.
make in my life. Okay.
I dropped
I-
the lizard.
I own every live-action Marvel project that's been released.
Mhm.
That includes both the Venom movies.
Moon Knight.
I did
They don't do
legally
this-
legally speaking, I can't say I own Moon Knight because there are no official releases.
Do they release those series on physical media?
Disney does not.
Right. and so naturally,
So of course
neither
I
do
do
you.
not.
Yeah.
The point I'm saying is, I own both the Venom movies. I own the Fantastic Four.
Okay,
all of
what
them.
does ownership mean here?
I
It's
have
like an
them on-
NFT.
Owning
We
copyright.
own them in the same way like a sovereign citizen owns things.
I literally have the discs.
Well, yeah,
I
she could
collect
just put it in
Blu-rays.
the
Printed
fucking-
from Sony?
And
Yeah, but
Okay.
yes, oh yes, they're actually.
Well, you said ownership rather than like I procured it.
I bought
Okay.
those. Those
Okay.
are.
Well,
real.
sometimes we fly the high seas, and
Yeah.
sometimes we,
You fly the high seas?
Wait, on my airship. This is D&D.
This is an air pirate
Yep.
situation?
Is there any other kind?
no.
Sky pirate?
The seas are in turmoil since the moon crash. Which brings us.
I want to be an ocean pirate. Next campaign.
Okay.
What about
You
sand
guys want to be pirates?
I do.
Any of you want to have like a fun backstory? I'm just kidding.
Wow!
I'm kidding. These are really great characters.
I see.
That was fucked up. I have to vamp for time.
Why are we still vamping? You
Vamp,
were
vamp,
about to
vamp,
jump
I
vamp,
feel
right
like
vamp,
this
back
vamp,
into
intro is
vamp.
it.
taking longer than it normally does.
A little
No.
bit.
We feel out of sorts today.
Out of sorts.
Do
That's
we?
because Jake didn't wake up until
What?
right before.
6:40 p.m.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. Can we? I must defend myself. I was going to bed, and then I was kept awake.
And so was I. We went to bed at the same time.
I feel like his story, without further examination, holds up better than yours.
Yeah, I agree.
How?
Yeah.
I know both of you.
We went to bed at the same time.
I bet you went to bed at the same time. I feel like the events before that, how that was
Yes, we
instigated, I can
fucked.
imagine. Obviously! I'm trying to be subtle.
Why?
Why?
When have we ever done that?
If we want
Subtlety is
toy
for cowards.
deals for charisma saves in the future, clearly we need to maintain a PG brand.
That's not true.
Or do we even want sponsorships from sex-negative companies?
Exactly.
No, that's true as
That's
well.
my fucking
Wow,
take.
woke. Get out woked. Get out woked. Anyway,
I'm just a cis white boy.
that's right, you are. For now.
We could do like
Till the
this.
agenda
Femming.
happens.
The forced feminization is coming for you all.
We could do brands associated with like sex toy companies, and it could be like an ink, like flashlight,
Cat flashlight? Cat
cat
vagina
flashlight.
Okay,
the
so-
the furry market
I'm gonna start
is
this
huge.
music over.
I'm just saying. The furry market, we can tap into it.
Oh, I could have like a.
And
I
then
have
they
all
can
kinds
tap
of
into ink.
Weird, goopy stuff.
You know, frankly, these aren't.
Not the worst ideas we've had.
No show does ads as long for fewer sponsors. None of them.
You
So
gotta
you're getting
love
your money's
yourself.
worth when you sponsor this shit.
I'll go on so many tangents about your product.
True. Especially
We
if your
can't
product
promise
has
the-
anything to do with genitals at all.
Manscaped.
Perfect.
If you sell cum, it's gonna be
Jesus
the whole
Christ.
show.
I don't think we can sell that on the terms of service.
This episode's been a nightmare so far. Let's go.
what
Let's
else is
dive
gonna
into
be
it.
the
Haunted
nightmare.
house! Haunted house! We forgot the goth outfits,
We
by the way,
did.
but like, haunted house.
Saint. I wanted to say Bartholomew's.
St.
and that's not-
Benedict's home for
I want to say
wayward
Saint
boys.
Bartholomew's because it's Saint Bart's is something that I'm familiar with, but I don't know where it came from in my head.
The hospital in London?
Is that it?
I think so.
Maybe. Why do you know that?
Isn't that where the finale of season 2 of Sherlock was?
Because Randy's like a weeb, but for British people.
There's a name for that.
Saint Benedict's home
Definitely not.
for wayward boys.
I haven't watched Dr.
It's
Who in
also a
like 2 years.
nightmare.
Anglophile.
Last we told our story, the group had found their way to the cellar of the Cliff Gardens, a old, half dilapidated, half somewhat preserved botanical garden within what used to be a beautiful park in the center of Ebon Falls that has since, much of it has fallen into the wide crack that splits the city in two the long way down. Getting there and having to deal with the proprietor of the property a strange, over the loudspeakers, talking semi-feminine voice told you to go and take care of some problems in that cellar. You got there. Those problems turned out to be of the fungal variety. Monsters or some other kind of life form that seemingly has been a combination disposal of intruders service, almost like a garbage dumpster for any intruders that come down there, and an apparatus to feed the creature. A creature made entirely of fungus that you dispatched of, and walked out to the chagrin and surprise of the revealed doctor, Dr. Patty Spade, a reclusive, maybe on the edges of ethics scientist that is within these walls. You had a strange conversation with her about the actions that you took, the actions that she took, and the accidental releasing of Holland, her pet Vanderhob, which, again, you guys don't know a lot about these things, but she described them as creatures of shadow, creatures that seek out the saddest, most evil places and feed on them. Normally, having some connection with the Shadowfell, but since the moon crash and the material plane being sort of locked in its own plane away from the others, it has nowhere to go. So it acts strangely. She had been keeping it within the walls, or within the fences of the botanical gardens for some time. You broke the seal as you broke in, breaking both the magical chain that kept it shut and the seal that kept the enchantment on that. Which I wasn't sure if you were going to do, but you did. And because of this, you have taken up the task of hunting Holland down, traipsing through the city, through some alleyways, through some residential areas, evading a patrolling silver officer. You made your way to what is essentially the other side of this neighborhood, past the residential area, and to what seems to be an old housing, not project, but almost like a piece of suburbia pushed into the outside of the city, where clearly many empty lots now sit. You can see the old foundations of pretty large, almost manor-like buildings, but nonetheless is now a grown over green patch, save for one dark and cursed place, St. Benedict's Home for Wayward Boys. The gate at the front had been smashed through, meaning you don't have to contend with yet another gate. The door at the front had also, this is too suspenseful, that's too much. Oh, that's the end of that song. Never mind, we're fine. What a weird...
It escalated.
It really escalated at the end. That was a new song. So, where we begin this session, perfect. It's called Abandoned Cemetery. You step into the dilapidated, creaky boarded home. Again, a manor in most respects, but when you step in, looks like the rooms that maybe were initially supposed to be for a home for a wealthy family had been in the past converted to an orphanage. The boards creak in front of you is a staircase in the foyer that leads up to a set of double doors that are closed, that seem to have a key or something needed to go in. You see to the left and to the right separate rooms. I guess I can get you a little bit better understanding of this if I can use my phone. There we go. Please? Please? Pretty please? Thank you. It was only on sideways for some reason. So, as you step in, to the left of you, you see many. I guess you see a room with, through the slit of it, you see a few chairs, like stacked up, kind of. To the right of you, you see some other rooms that seem to be administrative. Just at first glance, you'd have to spend some time and walk around in here. I wish I had my fucking... There it is. I'll give you a more accurate view of this. There we go. Yeah. There is a foyer in front that has a staircase that leads up from your point of view up to those double doors. To the left of you, there is a sort of a large room that creates sort of a hallway as well. This large room sort of bows, and you see the front doors to it. The front door to the one on your left, you see a kind of two double swinging doors that you could just walk through. They don't seem to have any locks or latches. And then behind that, so if you look to your left, there's a door on the north wall and I guess on the south wall. There is another smaller door that seems to lead into a bigger room based on the exterior dimensions that you walked into. To the right, you see a similar structure to this. It seems relatively symmetrical, but the rooms are not structured the same. There's a hallway. You definitely see some of it's like crumbled in on that side, so you can't go to a ton of it, but there's a couple, or at least there's no doorways that you can't go to. You could try to crawl through the rubble if you'd like. There's some nondescript doors and then one larger set of doors that's basically opposite the other large room on the left. And you can all hear as you step into here, and I will remind you that your medallion had glowed and given you this, there's a story here, there's something here, and you feel a familiar pull. This is the first time since you have stepped into this city that you have felt the inspiration that you started this journey to look for. So, with that knowledge, Isabella, Isaac, Ink, Soren, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna have one of the dead lizards out in my hand, like this.
Okay.
Just at the ready.
That's my ringer. Someone rang me. You have a dead lizard out to your side.
And a crocodile lamp hovering.
Crocodile lamp hovering as it lets out the light. So as you grab the lizard and sort of hold it out, and again, it's like a 8-inch lizard, and it's just dead. It's not cooked. It's just a dead lizard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
And it's
What
just
color is the light? It's gonna bother me if I don't.
What color is the light? Go ahead.
What's the D8? Right?
Rouge biv.
8.
Plus white.
So wait.
White. It's normal light.
8.
Boom. It's like candlelight. Like flickers a little bit. It's basically like the light cantrip. Except it's on this little tiny preserved gator head right above your shoulder. As it and lets out this flickering white light. You can see around you. The first thing you really notice is that the wood and the walls, they're all peeling. Like there's like a humidity here. But it's not. It's hard to place. This is once you stepped in here. Again, the temperature dropped. Sort of peels away. You can hear the boards creak. There's probably some gap to their foundation here, maybe a crawl space, but it doesn't seem like there's a deep cellar or anything. And you can hear, once you turn the light on, Ink, out of the corner of your eye to the left towards those double doors, you hear a and then and those swinging doors open and stop. And as you go, what do you say with the lizard?
Here, Holland.
Holland. You can roll. Are you trying to be loud, or are you trying
to be heard?
So go ahead and roll an animal handling check or persuasion check or what do you think is going to work? You don't know what a Vanderhob is. You don't know how they work.
Persuasion, I guess.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
11. Holland. Holland. You don't hear anything except you. And you. And you. While she's saying this and stepping towards the foyer, sort of, and looking around, you all hear, as she's talking, something else behind her voice. And behind you. Just that. You don't notice this as you put the lizard back away and turn around, and all of them are like,
is everything all right?
I'm just gonna turn around.
Yeah, turn around very slowly.
turn around to the door, to the exit?
Where we heard the voice, yeah?
Oh, okay, so you're going to turn towards it.
Yeah.
You turn towards it, and there's nothing there except for the doorways and the walls and stuff, and where, like, it looks like the same room you're in.
I look very paranoid right now.
Did you not hear the child's laughter?
I did not.
Well, it was unsettling.
So the story you said Ink remembered about this place was just there was like a killer doll.
It was
basically?
the plot of your favorite Chucky.
It was the plot of your favorite Chucky movie,
Okay.
personally, which is Chucky 3,
Sure.
which we established last time, and whatever the plot of that is what you heard.
Okay. Well,
Because it
that's-
doesn't mean it's accurate. It just means that's what you heard. That's like through the grapevine and all the kids having their say. Like that's the version of this that you
Okay.
heard.
Okay.
But living doll that stabs people is definitely chief among them.
It's just me.
Smaller. You heard specifically like a little. You don't know what it looks like. You just know a little thing like with a knife or something.
Did I mention that? to
Maybe
you guys
not, but
last time?
now you can if you want
I
to.
think you did.
Just go ahead.
I think
wrote
we
it down.
talked about
Just
it.
go ahead.
I know there are rumors about some kind of killer doll.
You thought they were stupid.
I thought, yeah, I was kind of skeptical, but frankly, I know no one, so
What do the rumors say?
it's just that it is like a tiny little doll that death occurs around. It kills people, it takes them by surprise, lulls them.
Perhaps someone similar to me put the soul of a child into a inhuman body.
Perhaps. That's kind of a horrifying thought, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it'd be the only way that I know of.
Sure, I guess. The whole doll thing is just not super common around here.
I'm not
but
sure why a child would run around trying to kill people, though.
I would like to not stand around here, though. I would like to keep moving if we can.
Okay. So you look around, and there are several doors to go through. You could try to go up to the foyer, or up the staircase with the foyer into what seems like to a locked door. You don't know where it leads. You can look around to the other ones. You don't know where Holland is. You do know that he is pulled to the most dark place in this. So,
Well,
and not physically dark, like
we should probably just leave whatever lives here to its home and look for Holland.
I mean, I would agree, but usually things like killer dolls don't just accept when you go, oh, we're just passing through on a different thing. But we can do our best. I agree. If we don't have to interact with some kind of killer doll on top of this, that would be excellent.
Can't disagree, but I don't know how much luck we'll have. Especially if it is a killer doll and this place is haunted.
I mean, it's a child, is it not? It should
Oh,
be
we
easy
don't.
to
It is.
subdue.
No, that is a child, do we?
It appears to be a child. It looks like a doll, but I mean, I don't know how the thing works, but even if it was something like her, does it have to look like the thing that went into it?
No. Don't really know. unfortunately.
Well, I'm going to go upstairs and start looking for Holland.
Are we splitting up or are we all going together?
Going upstairs, I guess.
Okay, I was going to say.
Okay, so you start to take steps up.
There were songs, weren't there, that he was supposed to like?
You do know that Holland's songs will calm him. He likes his jingles. As you walk up to the staircase, I suppose, and you reach those double doors. They are strong, sturdy doors, clearly pretty thick, and they're on like these very sturdy hinges that open. Well, I guess for you, opens in away from you. And the keys that are needed for them look old and strange. Like the hole itself isn't like a slit key. It's like a star. It looks like something you've never seen before. You imagine it would be pretty hard to pick, but
I don't
you
have
can
my
try.
picking tools anyway.
Oh, you don't even
Remember
have
they
thieves
broke?
tools. I mean, someone else has thieves tools, but if you'd like to try to do that,
What are the odds that Holland got through a door without opening it?
That's very true. We should probably just leave it alone.
Well, I mean, we can't rule it out, but either way, we have to find the key, so...
Yeah. Well, perhaps if we find like an administrative room, they
How
would have
large is
access to
Holland?
the building.
I thought he was quite large, right?
did any of you catch a glimpse of Holland?
We saw him through the crack of the door when we ran inside.
She described his size.
Did she?
She said basically that he's like the size of a car.
Okay. He's a big boy.
And you can tell from the claw sizes, like it's like a hand width between the claw marks. So, pretty big.
I mean,
You know he's super dangerous too.
if he were to come into this home, wouldn't he have left sort of a path? Claw marks and such.
You would think.
Probably.
Can I look around? Or something?
What do you want to look at?
Just floor and the walls to see if there's any signs of any kind of
Yeah,
scratching
so
anywhere?
basically you're up on this platform. It goes down. There's the doors. There's two sconces on the side that aren't lit, but formerly were. One is more dilapidated than the other. They used to have electric light in them. No longer the case. And in fact, that's actually notable. That this is one of the first Laroc, where you're from, is one of the places that standardized it and made it really, really big. But this has the old bulbs from like when your father was young. What else are you looking for?
Just see if there's any like scratches or marks on
Roll an
anything
investigation
that's-
check.
Sticks out, I
Yeah.
guess.
Other than that, this is like the normal features, and then you can just see down. You can see down.
10.
Like the walls, it creates a hallway, so you can't you're not like out over top of everything. It's not like a balcony. The rooms to the side still go up, so it's almost like a hallway. Looking around, you don't see evidence of scratches. You see scuffs around the keyhole that you would expect. What was it? How much?
10.
10? That's all you notice.
Okay. We shut the door behind us, right?
The front door is broken in,
Okay.
so it's
Yeah,
still
that's why we came
it
in
was
here,
off the
'cause it
hinges.
looked like it was ripped open.
Can I walk to that doorway
Yeah,
and just look outside and see if there's any signs of him coming up to the house?
yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check there as well.
12.
12. The door's broken in. You don't know how long it's been that way. You know that the gate was broken in, definitely, and these doors are broken in. It looks big enough to put a big thing through. You don't see claw marks necessarily. This place is in bad repair, though.
Right.
There's a couple times you think you might see claw marks, but it's just like oh, this can be explained by the door being pushed. This can be explained by, another thing. So not quite. Not as good as it was on these upkept, like, apartment buildings that he scraped through that had, like, just recently been taken apart. So, yeah.
Well, probably the administrative room's best.
Yeah, I'll start looking around for that.
For what?
Anything that looks like an administrative room or an office.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation
Can
check.
I assist with that?
Sure. You can both roll.
22.
Okay.
Oh, mine's really bad. So 7.
Okay. You look around the rooms, and with a 22, you find there is a schoolroom. That is the big double doors that you saw swing open, and there's, and as you sort of like peek in through the slits, that's the room with all the chairs, sort of stacked up. There are, like, across from that is the eating hall. It seems like a big cafeteria area that you haven't looked into. You just see it says eating hall sort of on a plaque. Across the room, on the other side, opposite the eating hall, is the showers. Seems like a communal shower area. And then there's some dilapidated stuff beyond that. Like the hall has fallen down, and there's roll me a perception check just to see what you believe in that. And I guess since you're looking as well, you can roll a perception check.
9.
-1.
9 and -1. Okay. You see what probably used to be like kitchens and some stuff, but other than that, you don't know what's in there. And then across the hallway, like if you're looking at the showers door, behind you is a room that doesn't have it's a room that doesn't have like a designation as far as like, oh, this is the blank room. What it has is on the door there are 2 plaques that would denote kind of like who's in here.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like identification plaques.
Mm-hmm.
And both of the plaques have been scratched out. Like, the wood is cut up. The plaques themselves are slashed up. It's unintelligible. You couldn't possibly understand what this used to say.
Okay.
And then there's upstairs, which you don't know.
Is that last door unlocked?
The last one?
Yeah.
You jiggle the handle. You open the door. As you open it, there are 2 beds on opposite sides of this room. A 15 by 15 room, maybe 20 by 15. The 2 beds are separated into 2, making it 2 small rooms by a fallen room divider, one of those that you would like accordion out. Long since eaten up by the different things around here. It doesn't even seem like the hinges are even sticking into the wood. It seems like it maybe just rotted, and if you pulled it up, it'd just fall apart. You can't imagine it provided much privacy anyway for whoever stayed here. Both beds have slight wet lumps in them.
Anything else? Any like desks or anything?
I'm gonna go to the wet lump.
You're looking around for desks as she pushes past your ass and goes to one of 2 wet lumps. There's one on the left and one on the right. The one on the right, I guess you're right. The one on the right is where the divider has fallen over, and it just is on there. You walk towards them, As you walk towards them, you stand in front of them.
What is it like covered?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pulling it off.
It's covered in a sheet.
Yeah, I'm pulling the sheet off.
Okay. You go to reach down to pull the sheet off, and then Mistress goes, what are we doing?
Seeing what's under here.
Your fingers get a little bit longer and sharper as you use them to...
Are you scared?
This place is eerie.
I guess
There's
so.
not... It's not normal here. Sure you want to pull this? As you hold the stiffened fabric, it crackles.
I want to peek.
As you peek
Yep.
from the top, and you see a slight bit of what seems to be like a pillow that definitely has been stained over time by something oozing from the center of it and out, staining. You can see the tops, the corners of this pillow, maybe where a head would be in the center. You just see the tops of this pillow right here that stopped being stained at a certain point, like it didn't soak in all the way. And so like the corners are still a little bit white, but definitely crispy. And then the it itself, and it pulls up. It doesn't take a lot of strength. It just takes a little finesse. Do you want to keep going as you see this blanket like what you thought was wetness is more of the remnants of that. It's dried wetness.
Yeah, I'm gonna peel a little further.
You peel a little further, quickly revealing hair and the long, desiccated but still inexplicably damp body of a humanoid figure. Do you want to continue to pull that down? What are you two doing while these two are in that room?
I was with them.
Do you want to be with them? You
Yes,
can't be in the
I
room.
don't want to split up.
Okay.
I want to be close by.
I was also gonna go with them.
So you're both in the room, and you pull.
Mhm.
And as you do, it's a damp body, and it's wearing some clothing. It seems like a set of sort of loose, like a shirt with like buttons and like a pocket, and then pants that match and go all the way to the bottom. Reminds you of hospital worker. Reminds you of staff. You see that underneath the clothing there are wide marks. There's a wide mark where the clothing is damp in the middle, or was, or is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pull the shirt up.
How rotted is the face, and what does the age of this person look like?
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Can I help?
You
With that
can
one?
do it independently.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Assist with
Of course, you can. You're a doctor. You can walk up as you
That's a
see
nope.
this, and you step forward.
11.
Yeah, I'll wave him over to be like, oh.
11.
Mm-hmm.
By all intents and purposes, these should not be in the state they're in. This does the bed and the space seems much older than the body, but the body seems plenty old. It shouldn't be wet. It's wet.
Fuck it, I'm lifting the shirt up.
Okay.
Too curious now.
So you lift the shirt up.
Mm.
And you pull it back. The chest, some time ago, had been opened, and inside the cavity, nothing.
Fascinating.
Interesting.
They stole all the organs.
They took all this stuff from in the body?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did it look like they knew what they were doing?
I mean, the chest cavity.
Do you want to look in the chest cavity?
Mm-hmm.
You look in the chest
Empty.
cavity. Go ahead and... Are you making a medicine check?
13.
13. As you look down, make a medicine check. The others of you looking at that and looking at the other body on the other side as it's tipped over. Everyone roll a perception check. Besides you, you're already doing something.
This better not be a mimic.
Oh,
A mimic.
A 1, so it's a negative.
10, 1, 5.
Yeah.
None of you notice.
-1.
We're gonna die.
Isaac,
At least we won't see it coming. That's fine.
The chest cavity just goes.
as you look down into this chest cavity, the bottom starts to dissolve and turn into endless blackness. A depth you can't even fathom. And you feel compelled to walk forward and get inside of it. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
It's the thing.
I don't even
Charisma
have
save.
any of my dice because I spammed them all.
Wow.
Tough. 17.
You feel this terrible, like, falling sensation. This almost like when you get jolted up from being awake and you catch yourself on the wall in the bed and you find yourself this far away as you all look back. And Isaac is right inside this chest cavity. As he pulls away, the ribs go and shut. And then... And you almost hear like a... from the mouth. Like a...
Like a Venus flytrap.
As it inhales and then stops. And then just stays there.
Waiting for flies to come in and snap.
I'm gonna cover that back up.
I'm gonna kind of point at the other one.
Yeah, I'll start to pull that one down.
Okay, you see a very similar sight. This person has a beard. And the chest is opened and emptied.
There's no keys in these chests, right?
Do you want to search their chest holes for keys?
No, God, no.
Would you
It's
like
the
to
lunch.
search? Would
No.
You like, would you like to search a different spot for their keys?
No, I'm good. I don't want to go fucking anywhere near him. So
I'll look in the pockets. If they
Which
have
one?
pockets that are closed. The first one.
Okay.
I feel.
You get
do
up
I
next to
see
it.
her about to do this?
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. You do.
Wait. If their chest cavities are traps, why do you think other parts of them would not also potentially be trapped?
Pocket trap.
I don't think that they could trap the clothing, could they?
I did not assume they could trap a chest 5 seconds ago. What are you talking
I
about?
don't even know if this is intentional or if it's natural.
I don't care if it is intentional. If this is unintentional, they could have
Outside
pocket
this
trap.
room, when your voice is raised.
I can definitely tell you it's not intentional for that to happen. It's not normal.
Well, what if this just, I don't know.
No one's going to.
You hear footsteps past the door.
He seems to be having fun with us. They? She?
Yes, should probably be a little quieter, maybe. Seems to happen when we get loud.
So you look in the pockets?
Yeah.
Roll me a sleight of hand check. Which pocket do you reach into first? The
13,
closest or
the
the
closest.
furthest? Okay. The closest pocket. You reach in the fabric of that is crisp, and you have to like pull it apart.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you do so, you get about halfway down the pocket, and your finger bumps into something. You don't know what it is. It's hard.
Does it feel like
You'd have to go
cold
further? Would you like to?
or-
It's not cold. Would you like to go further?
Yes.
Okay, as you, you sort of force your hand, it breaks through, and you grab and pull. And there's a small key, but it's not star-shaped.
Got a key, although it's not the one for the main room.
Well, could be for something else. Go look. What does it look like?
It looks just like a normal iron key.
Okay.
It has a little bit of, it has like rust on it on the side that was touching the body, it seems. And it start to curl over on the other side, but it hasn't completely rusted.
And these were the hospital worker clothing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think staff of some kind.
And this room is just 2 beds and the divider.
2 beds, the divider, and then as you spend more time in here, there's a little bit of like what would be like living comforts, like
Okay, so it's
like a
probably
place
like
to
a-
keep your clothes, a place to like little end tables,
So
little
it's
thing.
like a dorm.
Can I try that key on the door to this
Kinda.
room?
Yeah, you go over to it and it locks.
Okay. So it's just this door's key.
Well,
Well, at least we know it's not used for something, which is good.
I guess we should poke around the other rooms.
I agree.
There's the schoolroom or the eating hall.
Careful with the gun that you don't shoot.
It'll be
We're
fine.
looking for.
I have shot none of you so far. It's fine.
You have whipped me twice.
Whipping is not gun.
Do you keep
Thankfully.
the key?
Sure.
Okay, so you have a key to the. I'm not going to give you an item for
Okay.
it. You have a key to the staff room of St. Benedict's orphanage for wayward boys. So you step out of that room and into the main hall, this sort of cross that runs through the heart of this place. The boards creak under your feet again.
Well,
Where was the last place that the child left and ran to?
classroom.
You don't know. You know, well, that was the first place that you
Oh,
heard like
true,
a
yeah.
and the.
Did we hear footsteps behind us the second time it left?
You heard footsteps just recently behind you from inside the room.
Yeah.
Which way were those
you
going?
don't
I
know.
wanna
Just
I wanna
a
go
radio-
to
no
the
clue.
swinging door where it ran through the first time.
Okay, you walk over to the swinging door. There's 2 of them. They swing open in.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the eating hall. As you open the door to the eating hall, do you all enter?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. There are 2 grand tables that sit in the center of this wide place. There's a fireplace on the far left wall. On the back of the room is sort of a raised space that has another table on it that runs perpendicular to this. So it's 2 like this and then 1 up on a raised platform. Smaller, but you see that all the places are set, including 3 plates at the raised stage in the back for the headmaster and 2 others. On second glance, as you walk in, not all the places are set. 1 is empty, save for a thick red candle and a mess of dried wax from your vantage point.
Is that on the raised table?
No.
Or at one of the long ones?
One of the long ones.
I'm sorry. Did you say it was lit? Or no.
Unlit. Unlit red candle on the one spot that's not made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk over to it.
You're gonna what?
Walk over to it.
To the wax?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk over and it's a place relatively central. As you walk around, there's these plates with a smaller plate silverware set out, dusty, covered. You walk over to the red wax, and it definitely was poured here on the table over a pair of hands that were pressed into it. You can see the indentations of the hands.
How large do they look?
They look like a child's hands.
Mm.
Is this a memorial, perhaps?
It seems so.
A
Back
memorial?
doors.
You look down at this, and it looks
This
like someone poured
is-
hot wax on a child's hands.
This
going to
looks
say.
like
They were pressed to the table.
disciplinary
It's like torture.
action.
Torture.
Disciplinary, yeah.
That happens too, yeah.
Oh no.
So apparently the children here weren't treated very well.
You feel the medallion again. It sort of hums. And as you stand there over this, Soren, you feel the dark past of this place in your very bones. You find yourself, and you all see him mindlessly holding a medallion while he thinks. Like it's the last stone you cling to on the edge of an endless cliffside. If you let go of this, you'll fall. And you imagine your hands in the very same wax. And you think to yourself, or does something else think for you? Tell the story. What do you do?
I'm gonna reach down and just like run my fingers over the wax.
You run your fingers over the wax. And you find your hands slotting into the spaces a little bit bigger. And you feel like a falling sensation again, but like almost the breath before the fall. There's an instinct into you to pull your hands away, and then you're being compelled by the medallion to keep them there. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and keep them there.
As Soren puts his hands in the wax, you see his eyes close. And there's a slight, like green twinkle in the medallion. And his eyes back into his head as he looks up. You're not breathing just for a moment, and then stops. For you, Soren, you see, no, you are a young boy. You're named Barnaby. Skinny like a rail with spindly limbs, you sit, and his hands, no, your hands, burn inside the hot wax. You know only shame and embarrassment in this moment. A loud, crackling voice from the stage to your left echoes out among your peers. Their snide remarks and jeers hurt you more than the heat of the wax, which is already cooling. You want to break the wax until the last person has stopped eating. Take your time, boys. We made his favorite. You look down and feel the pain of hunger rip through you. It's been at least a day since you stole that apple from the tree next to the gate out front. You haven't been here for long. You didn't even know you couldn't have them. But you won't forget. The boys around you eat apples in oatmeal. The only good thing here. The only part of your day that makes you feel warm inside. Every face feels disdain for you. And you know someday, very soon, you'll savor their death-touched eyes. And you're back.
Soren,
You alright?
Yeah. I'm all right, but I had a vision of the boy that this happened to.
a vision.
It's like I could see through his eyes as it happened.
Did you do this? I didn't know you were capable of that.
Of what?
Having visions?
Oh. I didn't either until just now. Yeah, that's for another time. But
Soren, you now have the ability to, in a place of darkness or a place of evil, try to establish some kind of whatever this was again.
okay. The boy's name was Barnaby. He was new here,
When
didn't
you say Barnaby, the fireplace, it crackles and fills the space with orange. But it's off in some way you can't quite understand. Maybe it's too red? There's like a murderous red within this throughout the entire room now.
And he was new here. He didn't know the rules yet, and he just stole an apple. And this was his punishment.
They just pulled it on him.
And he had to hold his hands there until everyone else had eaten their meal.
Because they got what they deserved.
I think he may have been the one to give it to them as well.
What do you want to do?
Well, is there anything else in here?
You look around, it's table set. The little raised area where the headmaster and 2 staff members would eat.
Have we seen, like, the headmaster's office?
I don't think we have, no?
Don't think so. I don't know who was in those other rooms. That may have been staff, maybe. Probably not the headmaster, but
Probably not. Didn't seem nice enough, I guess.
no.
You can see a little like thing that sits in front of the headmaster's plate. And it says headmaster. Do you want to walk up there? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll walk
there.
up.
I'll walk up to
You'll
you.
both walk up.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of take your hands off and sit at the table. 2 of you walk up, and as you walk up on the stage, there is. It's kind of like a desk that all of them sit with, and there's drawers, and the drawers are like one of the drawers is a little pulled out, and you can see some silverware in there. It seems like they leave this here and then open it up after it's washed and everything, and then it's closed. And then at the headmaster's plate, you see it's a large plate. It's got all the silverware, and then on the plate is some sort of lump covered in some sort of napkin or
I pull the
something.
napkin up.
You pull the napkin up and you go, and it is an apple, red, vibrant, looking great.
Sure, it's not a heart.
Not a heart. It's an apple.
It's just a bright red apple.
Looks like the most perfect apple you've ever seen.
Interesting. Makes sense given the story.
Well, that's definitely not natural.
Do you grab it?
You're not going to touch the apple, are you?
I don't see a reason to.
That's good. Stay with that feeling.
I think I agree. We gotta play this safer. Does the headmaster have a drawer?
He did say apples are his favorite, though, right?
Correct.
I mean, what if we give it to him?
There is a drawer.
Yeah. Is there anything in it, or is it?
You wanna
just-
open it?
Yeah.
She's looking at the apple and eyeballing it, and you see her go like this and pull out. And there are spaces for silverware. That place is set. But inside you see on a ribbon a small brass key with a star head. So you grab it.
Found the key.
Good.
Actually. Put that in my pocket.
Okay. One of two
One or two.
as you put it in your pocket.
And we don't see a Holland here.
And as you do that, the fire goes out. And you are cast in darkness.
Crocodile.
Before you do that,
It's been out the whole time.
right? I guess it is that. So,
Night vision
so-
also.
yeah, I know that.
Dark vision, I mean.
You're not. Believe me, I know. So you see the crocodile light is the only thing left as your eyes adjust to the darkness, and she's on the other side, so you can hear anywhere where darkness touches, especially you, because you can't see it, but you can hear it. The sounds of silverware touching dinerware and eating. Just a ding, 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 ding. And you can hear. But when you look through the darkness, you don't see anything. That's not true. You don't see anyone. You do see the silverware.
Is it moving?
And then you notice, not just in the darkness, but they're starting to be picked up. And they're starting to be used to eat. They all stop. There's a moment where you all,
We put the napkin back down over the apple.
you drop the napkin and it covers the apple. You hear the plates start smashing against shit, and the silverware starts whipping around the room. I need everybody to roll dexterity saving throws. And what are you doing?
I'm gonna duck behind one of the things to
You're gonna
like
duck?
take cover.
Yeah, kind of gillow.
You're
Okay, you're gonna
take
stay in
cover.
the room. Cool.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna try and
You're
take
gonna try to
cover.
get under the tables.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dexterity save. Dexterity save. Dexterity save.
I got 12.
19.
17.
24.
Okay, so as you try to duck under, you take 6 slashing
fuck, I'm
and
down.
piercing and bludgeoning
You're down.
damage.
I'm almost dead, yeah. Jesus.
You take all that and and you are battered as many of these, some forks stick in you, spoons right in the forehead. The rest of you also experience this to a slightly lesser degree, taking 3 bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, 1 each.
So you're like
As
just
you-
stabbed?
As you get down under the tables, as it goes around, and then it all clatters to the ground, and there's just glass and silverware all over. And you see Isaac. He's got 3
I'm
forks
rushing over
and a
to
knife,
him.
and he goes. They're not in deep, but they're in enough to make you bleed from several spots.
Yeah, I mean, that shipment did half my health, so
Are
I'm
you,
bloodied.
That's what I'm saying.
are you alright?
Oh god.
Alright for now, but
You get up.
Do we have anything?
And
to
you can
help?
see, if you stay in this room much longer, the silverware and the plates are moving slightly across the ground. And you can see them and start hearing this.
I'm taking the apple and running out. I'm grabbing
You
Isaac.
grab the
and
apple?
I'm grabbing the apple. I'm taking Isaac.
Okay, you grab the apple and you grab Isaac and you start running out down the left side towards the door.
I'm following as soon
Two
as
of
I
you
see
get
that
out
happen.
and crash through the front doors and out into this, and then you hear all at once, like
Close the doors behind us if we or run away.
you
Actually,
close
we
the door
can't.
behind you, and
It's
as you
swinging.
cross the threshold and you close the door, and as they swing shut, you can see them swing open, swing open. But as you do, everything's set back into place. Except for the apple that you hold in your hand.
Well, maybe this could be a peace offering.
I'm just worried this makes it worse in some way, but we have the apple now, so hopefully, yes, hopefully it'll help.
Well, we're not taking it for ourselves.
Everyone roll a perception check.
Natural 20.
4.
16.
20.
The three of you, as you're looking at this, you're looking at the apple. And it's like perfect. And a little light from the flicker of the candle. The rest of you see behind Isabella, just at the edge of the light, standing in the middle of the foyer, is a 2-foot shadow. A 2-foot humanoid shadow. And there's a little, at the end of one of its arms, is a little glint of something long and triangular. There's a door to your right that goes into the schoolroom that is a handled door. Other than that, you could do anything you'd like, but that's the
Weren't
only
we
door you
heading
noticed.
towards the locked door upstairs?
It's not locked.
Probably put the apple down. Back.
It starts.
Wait,
I mean,
what?
it's looking at you. What do you want to do? This is a decision
Oh,
moment.
do I see it now?
You all see it as you turn. There's this 2-foot silhouette right at the edge, and it's just holding something that glints against that light, and you can see like
What was his name again?
Barnaby.
Barnaby, would you like
nothing
this apple?
answers you. There is no reaction to that name whatsoever,
Okay.
and
I
there
was
is a
just
glint.
holding out the apple at the thing.
Oh, I know. And it doesn't react to you whatsoever. I'm telling you right now, make a decision.
I think
What are
we
you
need
deciding?
to go in the next room. I think we need to go away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock the apple
You
out
say
of
o-
her hand towards it.
You try? Okay. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving
I wanna
throw.
hold on to it. What?
And then
It doesn't care.
Oh, it definitely cares.
Wow, that's not good.
What am I rolling?
dexterity saving throw.
Wait, we're both wrong,
Yes.
Dexter?
14.
Yeah, he wins.
Okay. As you
Wow,
and
thanks.
and you hear the thing, and it starts to chitter towards you. What are you doing?
Run out the
Run.
door.
Run.
You're running and going to the handled door.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone roll initiative. I want to know who's in first.
10.
10,
20.
20,
5.
5,
8.
8. As you turn,
Goodbye.
Ink is the first one in, and
course
followed
she
by
is.
you as you knock it out and it starts to, and you dart in. You turn and run, and you hear Isabella coming with you, and then Isabella, you feel
Oh no.
something at your heels.
My ankles are gonna get slashed.
I think you know I'm gonna kill you.
13 hit.
No.
13 misses. What's your AC? 14?
17.
17's your AC?
Mage armor at will.
Oh, that's right.
And when my symbiote
Right. So,
is fed,
so,
I get.
so what you feel is just a slice through the back of your mage armor as it doesn't quite go through, and Mistress Fun, she goes like just a little bit as you close the door behind you, and you hear, and it just through the door. A kitchen knife, the last 3 inches of it, through the door. As it stays there for a second, you all look at it. You turn around, and the room that you are in,
I love this.
This is my worst fucking nightmare.
you are in the schoolroom. All the desks are stacked in the center of the room. Maybe 30 desks. Atop it, a desk. Normal, like the other one's a student's desk. But perfectly flat and set with something on it. A chair next to it. It's precarious to get up there, but it's the only chair that's set. But beyond the room is a teacher's desk and a blackboard behind it. On the desk, on the chalkboard, in common, across it all, left to right, top to bottom, thousands of times, 2 words: be good. Over and over. Be good. What'd you like to do?
This isn't too dissimilar from home.
It's not too different, no.
I'm gonna search the teacher's desk.
Okay, you walk over to the teacher's desk. There is a wooden, sort of swivelly chair that is sort of cockeyed a little bit. The desk itself isn't much bigger than this. It runs side to side. It has some like file cabinet type pull-out things. There is the board behind with a little ledge that has a piece of chalk on it that is down to the nub. And you see a cloth on a ring that probably used to be used to wipe this off, but is just on the ring and stiff from time. Other than that, there's not really anything else on the desk unless you want to look through the drawers.
Yeah, I'll just look through the drawers.
Okay. You start to pull those out and look through the drawers. What is anybody else doing while this is happening?
Are the desks like searchable at all, or are they just?
The desks are in a pile,
Okay.
and then one on top seems set and normal.
I want to go search that desk.
You want to climb the debris of these desks?
How,
You can
how tall is the file?
probably.
Yeah, is
It gets
like,
up almost to the ceiling.
I'm
so
gonna see if it's sturdy
a good
enough.
6-foot hill with like enough space to sit there without touching the ceiling, but it's pretty high.
I'm about to. I'll try to climb up and see if it's sturdy enough to like get up.
Okay, go ahead and make me I would say an athletics check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Which is -1, so 19.
Okay, so Isabella starts stepping up, and although you're the heaviest of the bunch, there's something about the combination of your very articulated limbs and fingers and toes, and the symbiote's ability to like bend you in ways that maybe these guys can't do it.
Yeah, I don't have.
Maybe
pain. I don't
ink-
have joint. Pain.
Maybe
I could
you
just
think
go-
maybe Ink could have done this okay to get to the top, but nonetheless, you almost like, you know what I mean? Like in a way that's would be a little unsettling. And you get to the top, and while that's happening, you're looking through the desk. Are the two of you doing anything else other than viewing these two? Totally fine.
So closet in the room.
There's a. It's not a closet. It's like an open space at the back where it seemed like maybe clothes maybe were kept.
Looks pretty empty though, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm good.
There's not like it's not like a school room where there's like the ABCs on the wall or anything like
It's
that.
just like barren.
It's like a headmaster's, like a boarding school type, like very sanitized. A lot of wood, and then the wood comes up halfway on the wall, and then there's paint that's peeling off. Maybe that was like gray at some point, but it's like almost black.
Is there a name on the desk? Name tag?
On the top of the top desk.
I don't know if it was missed or not.
There's no names on the desk.
Okay. I don't know if it was like had like a teacher's name with like a little.
No.
name card.
The desk at the front. As you're looking through, you pull out, and as you get up there, this happens simultaneously as you're pulling through the drawers, and you it's heavy, and it's like you kind of got to put a lot more into it than you thought you would. You look down, and you just see inks from the other side of the desk, just like strange confusion, and then like 4 different drawers. I'll tell you in a second. You are up. You are up
I need it.
on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
On the desk, there is a book that says Human Anatomy on a homemade cover, cut and folded from old brown paper. The only marking, it's a book cover. The only markings on it, other than the words Human Anatomy, written in a child's like bold script, are initials B, T, and an apple. In those drawers, apples.
Oh god.
They're everywhere.
Like the same kind of like
Dozens.
eerily fresh.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Not even bruised by the weight of themselves.
Are they the same apple, or do they look
Go ahead
different?
and pull them out. Or look at them. Go ahead and make a nature check. You can make a nature check based on the last one, too. I'll say with advantage because you have another apple. You could just look at them. You know what I mean?
11?
That's with advantage. Because
Oh.
there's a bunch of apples to
Mine's
look at.
bad.
You can
Not
tell if
even
they're different
worth.
from each other if you look at them all.
11 still.
Stand in that nook. That little nook. In case anything flies around.
Okay. You back up a little bit.
Just-
What do you do?
Is there anything in the desk, like a cubby or
Yeah,
like
there's
the
like
desk
a.
flips
It's like
up?
an elementary desk. There's a cubby.
Okay, I want to
and then
dig in
there's-
there.
Okay. Well, what did you roll on your apple check?
It was like a 6.
Okay, both of you are pretty sure these are different,
Okay, so they're just all a bunch of
but
perfect
they're
apples.
perfect.
Okay.
But they're not. They're
That's
not like
a clone.
copies. No.
Yeah.
You look inside there. Okay. What? Go roll an investigation check. Is there anything else you guys want to do while this is investigation check is happening?
just
While she's on top of the.
On alert.
Can I like smell the apple to see does it smell like a normal apple?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
23.
23 investigation check.
Yes.
Okay.
17.
I
17.
have big brain.
You smell it. And I mean, it's the outside. The peel is on it. It smells like an apple. Do you want to cut into it?
Can I like with a claw kind of take a wedge out of it almost?
You. And there's a little wedge. And as you pull it out and you start smelling at it, you see that the book itself is. It's got something inside the pages. You can see that there's a separation.
Yeah.
You can also see, as you rummage around the inside, you feel like a cardboard box. Like a small cardboard box about this big.
Okay.
What do you want to do first?
Pull the box out
So you pull the box out.
and open that up.
You don't have to open it. As you pull it out,
Oh.
it's not a box. It's not like a. It's
Oh,
a
it's like a
cardboard
little-
box.
It's a little
Okay.
like insert.
No, like a cereal box.
Oh.
Like
okay.
a cardboard cereal box. As you pull it out, and it has that texture. It's still a little damp. It's like definitely been here a while. You can feel like a heavy, almost like if you picked up a box of Bisquick,
Yeah.
where there's like that heavy weight to the bottom of it, where it's all like pressed down. As you pull it out, it sort of like swings, and you set it up on the desk, and it is what you smell when you open this. You smell it, and it's acrid. There's an appley scent, but it is, and it's barely detectable, but there's like an acidity to this that you, with your 17, you don't think you should bite that.
Yeah.
Not that you were
So
going
what's
to,
the
but
box?
in the box,
Is it
right as you
poison?
notice this, it's rat poison.
I want to flip through
And
the
you
napkin
see,
book.
as you notice this, as you roll it around, the bottom of the apple has like a little hole in it.
Oh.
Sneaky.
I want to open the book.
As you and open the book, as it sort of crackles open, inside the book, almost halfway through the book, is a broken pencil holding the place. Within those pages is an illustration of the human body with intense scribbles and additions to the depictions. It shows many different macabre ways to mutilate a body.
What I expected.
And as you read that and look at it, you feel the desks underneath you shift a little bit. And you look around, worried that one of them are touching it, but they're all over next to ink, looking at the apple. And you feel it again. And this time all of you turn and hear, and you hear this, like, something moving inside.
Oh, I'm gonna.
And you can hear the sound as you start to climb down.
I'm gonna try to help her down.
I'm gonna take cover behind the
How are you
teacher's
gonna help
desk.
her down? She's up on top of this thing.
Well, just once she's like within reach, I'm gonna like hold an arm out to just try and catch her. and
Okay,
pull
so you're
her
not
off.
climbing up there.
No.
Okay, so it does nothing except for helping you at the last stage of this. So the first stage of this, you want to climb down. Way harder to get down than it is to get up. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw as you start to climb down. The other two, as Soren has walked over and start to help her up.
13?
13, as you start to move down a little bit. What are you doing?
Getting towards the door, getting ready to
Okay,
open
so you
that.
move towards the door.
That way we're all ready to go.
I was gonna take cover behind the
I want to
desk.
see
You
what
take
it
cover
is,
behind the
though.
desk and hold your gun on it and train your gun. And you can see, as you're looking in, and you're looking at her, and you're focused on this, you're the only one that sees movement. This is almost like a cage of desks, and there's something inside. And you can hear the sound of, like, and it stops. You make your way down halfway, and then Soren is helping you get to advantage on this second stage.
I could
As
get
he's trying to help
grabbed.
you down to give you stability at the top.
That's worse.
You get advantage.
You get
Oh.
advantage because he's helping you.
10.
10?
Wait, was my other one a 9? Fuck, I think, yeah, it's 10. 10 or 11, or it's not good.
10 or 11?
I
It's a
did fucking-
dexterity
I forgot.
saving throw.
10.
You have played
We will
so
go with
much
10.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I know, we'll go with 10.
We'll go with 10?
Because I don't remember what my first roll was.
Oh, okay.
My brain forgot if it was a 6 or a 9.
All right. So, it's like it's just your dex mod, you know. Anyway, so that makes more sense. All right. So, you grab her hands and start helping her down. I think I need to restart the music
Creepy
playlist.
music. Because I'm about to get yoinked.
How come, dude, my phone updated?
Oh, I got one too.
Yeah, the Google Pixel thing.
What are you doing?
I can't make my phone reorient the damn.
Is there a lock?
There should be a screen rotation lock
Mm-mm.
if you scroll down in the tray.
What? I got it. I got it. My phone, I have to like do this so it turns on this little rotate thing.
Oh, if you
I got an update and it stopped letting me have the top. It doesn't give me the top bar anymore.
that is gone.
I have, yeah. Well, it was anyway. I got it. Anyway, so we're good. Sorry. As you climb down the desks, and you're helping, and you're training, and you're at the door, you see Isabella stumble, and something grabs your ankle
Yep. I knew it.
and pulls. And you see her into the desks, and you see them start to fall apart. You take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, I'm resistant to that.
Okay, there you go. 1 bludgeoning damage as you get battered, and you can see she's halfway into these desks, and something's pulling her. What do you do? What do you all do?
I'm kicking.
You're kicking.
I'm trying to grab her and pull her up.
Okay.
I'm holding
I'm gonna
on.
stand by in case he can't do it or something. But right now, I'm just gonna kind of like
You're gonna walk over to her, or run over to her.
I'll get closer
I'm going
to
to
the
help
situation.
immediately.
You're going to help too. Okay,
Yep.
so you're both trying to grab and pull. And as this happens, I need a strength saving throw from you with advantage because these two are helping. As you start get pulled in, you can feel like these hands.
Natural 20 and an 18, so.
Okay, so natural 20. So as you pull,
That's a 19, yeah.
she's gets pulled out, and the desks start to crumble. I need everybody, including yourself, to make a dexterity saving throw as you're right next to these desks as they're
I'm gonna
falling
die to these deaths.
forward.
17.
17,
13.
10,
5.
5, 13.
Mhm.
Okay. As you all move forward, you pull her and sort of stumble sideways, and one of the desks comes down and hits you on the shoulder for 2 bludgeoning damage.
All right, we got 4 hit points left.
Yep. As you get,
Is that your potion?
and you all
Or
sort of
use it.
stumble backwards, and
Why do you give it to Jake?
as you're pulling
That's
her,
not mine.
as you're pulling her,
Wait, is this one mine?
you guys rocket and fall out the door and into the front hallway area as it shuts behind you.
Okay.
Get up, dust myself off. You have another bruise on your face. Are you sure
Isaac.
you're okay?
I got smacked with a desk.
You see Soren pulls out of his satchel a healing potion. You pop it open and
Ooh, okay.
good to heal.
It's okay. It's 7.
7.
It's almost full health.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this one I used too. It's just
You
I'm
used it?
sitting here- I didn't use it today, but I think I did last week.
I know you used a potion. Did you only have one?
You used 2 last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I did use.
Okay, I have
2.
the other one here.
Because then I used 1.
Yeah.
So.
I shouldn't have any right now. Is what I'm.
Okay,
Me
yep.
neither.
It's fine. So, you're out in the hallway, starting to get up. You take that, stand up, feel a little bit more invigorated.
Was that Holland or Barnaby?
No, it wasn't nearly big enough to be Holland.
Holland.
The whole pile was about as big as Holland.
It had like a hand or something that grabbed me that was much smaller, so it's definitely not Holland.
Okay, so it's probably our little friend.
Or
Okay.
one of his victims, most likely.
That could be too.
Well, we didn't find the other key in there. Where else can we look?
What do you mean the other key?
There's 2 keys to the foyer door.
Oh.
I have the one. Still need another one.
We haven't checked the showers.
Love this song.
I just think of the ring.
But we've been to the schoolroom, the eating hall, and then the death room.
The death room.
The death room.
Whatever else to
The
call it.
administrative room.
But it was just 2 dead bodies. There's
Well,
no
yes,
administrating going on.
Dead administrators.
Yeah, you could make that argument.
Showers?
Showers?
Showers it is.
You walk across the hall. Foyer to your left, you pass it. Death room to your right. And then to your left are the 2 double doors. These are more of the push style, like it has like a bar that you push to open in. Do you want to?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking staying away from everything.
You push them open, and there's a hallway that goes left or right. One says stalls to the right. Sorry. And then left says the bath.
Probably
It smells like a locker room in here, by the way. The initial thing you get is definitely humidity. Guess I should mention this. You can hear the sound as the door shuts behind you with that sort of click. The sound of very soft whimpering echoes through the mildewed tiles of this humid community shower.
Are we going to go that way, or are we going to check the other?
We should go towards that.
I
was
think we
afraid
have
you
to
were
go
going
that
to say
way. Yeah.
Towards the whimpering? So it's to the right, to the stalls.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you grab your gun and say it's a
No,
fucking
it's a fucking
ghost?
As you turn, walk in that direction. The crying, the whimpering, sobbing? Maybe this. It's coming from one of several stalls. There are a few of them, 6 of them. You're not sure which, due to the echo in here. It's hard to tell. The tile floor and the tile walls and the hard ceiling. Next to each stall is a kind of box attached to the right of each door on the wall. There are also locks on the outside of the stall and sliding viewports that open with a key.
Oof.
Well, just going to look through.
I can. That's fine.
Not me.
I'll do it. I'll try and slide the first one open.
I would like you to know that you are on the click roll.
Oh boy.
Fuck me, dude. Okay.
So,
I'm wrong.
as you walk up to... Are you just doing it systemically from the first
Yeah,
to
whichever
last?
one's closest.
Roll me 1d6. As you're sliding the door open, the slide
Just the
view.
viewport, yeah.
Okay. It has a little latch on it that you have to undo. And then you take the little... It's just like a little knob and you...
4.
You open the first one. And once that sound happens, the whimpering stops. And you don't see anything in there with your eyes. It's dark.
All this music is.
Barnaby? Is that you?
You don't hear...
Close that one, I guess.
Oh god. I'm gonna stand near the entrance, armored up with claw out, ready to go.
Okay.
I'm standing next to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna protect him.
Are you... You can't see in there. You just can't.
Shit.
It's too dark. You physically can't see in. Her light is over there. You can see.
Mm,
Or you could try to figure out to get some light somewhere.
Do I see him struggling to see it? Like, he opens it and he can't see it?
Do you want to look in?
Yes.
Okay. You do smell musky dampness. So you do the same one?
Mm-hmm.
You look in. It doesn't give you a very wide view. There seems to be a bench, like a wooden bench. You can't see the floor or the ceiling. You have to open the door, the stall. But there's no one in there. At least, unless they're up against the wall and down below that. They could be pushed against that door. Your instinct is to hold the gun towards the door. It's just wood. You can shoot through it.
I will try the next one over.
Okay. You take the little latch and
just keep pace with her.
and the whimpering is stopped. You reach up and I need you to roll a d6.
6.
I like how you have all these d6s here and you still
I
got
wanted
lost
to use the
looking
big
for
one for this. I have a big one. These are for when I'm doing bullet things. I can't use the bullet dice for non-bullet things.
Extreme
You open it up.
mojo. I like it.
An ink.
Of course it's ink.
You hear gloom. No, you feel it. You feel scared and hopeless and angry. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
8.
She has a gun, please.
As you look through,
This is about to turn into a national tragedy.
as you look
Oh, no.
through,
Spray between the eyes.
you see ink close it and turn to you and say, "There is nothing." And then she walks to the front door.
What? There's 4
She just
more.
walks over next to the twins.
Ink. There's 4 more.
She walks up to you and says, "There's nothing in here. We should leave." And then she starts trying to walk out of the
You
baths.
should not go alone.
Well, I guess we're following ink now. And
You're going to get stabbed.
She just walks away without listening to you.
Can I grab her wrist?
You want to grab her wrist?
Yes.
You grab her wrist. And ink. You feel that fear again. That fight or flight. And you turn. And you see Ink's face as she slashes across. You need to roll an attack with your hands.
Okay, just like a bare hands
Yep.
attack? Okay.
It's always ink.
What the fuck?
We gotta put little caps on your paws and take your whip
The
away.
little pink caps.
17.
A hit?
It's a
Yes,
glancing blow.
that is a glancing blow.
Okay, so
Okay.
roll your d4 for your unarmed attack.
Where are my d4s?
It's a pyramid.
I know what it looks like. I just couldn't see
Oh,
the
you just
thing.
have way too many dice on that tray.
They're all hiding
This is
behind
not too
your
many for me.
comically
Most of
large
them are down
dice.
there.
Okay, but they're behind all of your comically large dice.
Okay, it was 7. So.
7. So you take 3 slashing damage, and as that happens, you can make another charisma saving throw.
7.
7 as and then she starts to try to turn and run out of the house.
Can I try to grab her and pin her to the ground?
I need you to roll a grappling check contested, so you can roll an athletics or acrobatics check against your athletics check.
Oh boy. 11?
19 acrobatics.
Wow.
She scrapes away and just
It's like trying to wrangle an actual cat.
She gets out, and then runs out the front door to the street.
Hit by a car.
And then
Um,
as you cross the gate, you go and breathe for the first time since this started and collapse.
Scruff her with a knife.
And you see, as you, I assume, have run out after her
Yeah.
a little bit, and you feel a pulling sensation at the back of your head.
Does something come out of her?
You both see this black shadow, and then past you, slither past you, almost like a worm in the air, but made of shadow. Past you, and then past you, and into the stall, and then the whimpering begins again.
Ink, are you okay?
How does she feel at this point? Is it...
You feel like your heart rate is really high, and there's tears in your eyes, but you're not hurt. As you stand up and sort of you turn.
I've been better, but I will be okay.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay.
It was not altogether pleasant, but I think I am fine.
Have you ever burned something down before?
A building this big, no.
It's tempting, isn't it?
A little.
You're back in the stall alone.
What's the penalty for that?
A lot.
I'm walking back to follow where it went.
Yeah. You start to take stock of the room. The stalls are locked from the outside. The slide is also locked and on the outside. There's a box on the outside of each stall attached to the wall, like a box with like a hinge that would open up like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then it seems to have a hook on the wall that would keep that open. On the outside of each of them. You haven't been in any of the stalls. Do you walk back in?
Yes,
So
unfortunately.
You help her back in. She seems fine. You sort of do a quick little look at her pupils, and unless you want to do any other medicine checks,
No, I just wanted to just like.
give her a quick like. Okay.
Okay, it's fine.
All right.
I'm good.
So you walk back in. Two of you walk in. While the two of you, as you and Soren's standing there, you're standing there in front of all the stalls and looking and taking in the entire scene. What do you want to do?
I want to try to. Can I try to read this place too?
The what?
Like that ability I have where I can get the flashback? Can I do that here?
You don't know. You have no idea how it works. You have to test it.
Okay. Then I am going to open the lockbox for the stall that Ink looked in.
Okay. So you just
Yeah,
yeah,
open that
you
box.
flip it open. It has like a little thing where a padlock might be on it, but it's not, and you just flip that open and pull it up. The boxes hold a coil of what looks to be a hose with a little like nozzle at the end. Like a pressurized hose.
That's fucked up.
Oh,
As you both enter the room.
this is not a nice place.
That's fucked up.
Okay.
And you sort of latch it up and it holds into place. And there's one next to each stall.
Is the stall locked?
The stall is locked from the outside. It has a slide lock.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna unlock it.
You and you push it in. Okay. You push it open and the whimpering stops.
Barnaby?
Nothing is inside except for the normal contents of this room. The stall, and you assume the other stalls as well if you want to look at them. It has straps for wrists above the head on pulleys and individual drains. In this particular stall, those are there, but on the back of the door, as you sort of step in and look and sort of inspect the room, on the back of the door are the words, "Be good."
How are they in the door? Like scratched in, or?
Scratched into the door.
I'm assuming I'm inside the stall at this point.
You are
Just
inside the
back
stall.
over. I'm just gonna reach up and touch the leather straps.
You reach up and touch the leather straps, which aren't very high up for you. It's almost like at head level. Reach up and touch them, and you can feel a tingle. You can feel definitely the negativity of this place. You can feel the medallion, which hasn't stopped humming, at all. Like it's just a very low sort of. Gets a little bit more excitable.
Can I strap one of my wrists in?
Put your wrist up and you. Put your other hand in there and sort of pull it tight. And you turn and look out the stall behind you. The door's still open.
I'll just use a foot to close the door.
Use a foot to throw the door back. As the door starts. I need you to roll an insight check.
12.
You think and you feel your hands just barely strapped above here. You sort of let out some slack on your legs and try to hang a little bit. You can't get anything, but no vision this time. But you do feel alone. And shame? Less of it than before. This isn't the worst part about this place. You almost feel safer. You can feel a sort of like in your throat almost that you can hear Soren gently whimper for a few moments before the door opens and Soren stands there in front of you, a little wiping his eyes.
Were you crying?
I suppose I must have been. I didn't get a whole lot here, but I can tell that this is... It felt like this was almost the safer option to something, a preferable option. It felt
This is
there
preferable.
was something worse here.
There was almost security in the aloneness.
There's another part of this place, right? The
There's
shower.
another part that goes to the baths.
Maybe we should check
Yes.
the other part. Maybe
Let's
that's
go.
the worst part.
Okay, so you walk around past the divider into the other side of this place. You can see that the showers are lowered into like a shallow basin, almost like what would be a pool, but they have drains at the bottom. You assume to prevent flooding, but it's no longer working that way. As it gets closer to the middle and that bevel sort of goes down, and this is a pretty wide space, it's like a locker room shower. In the center of it, as the sort of sinks down to the middle, there's standing water. The water is dark and has definitely been stagnating in this shower for some time. And you hear the buzzing of whatever bugs have laid their larvae here, sort of over the top. And you can see in that water, in the center of it, maybe pulled down by the suction of this drain in the center over time. Things have clogged it, but there is a glint, a brassy glint in the center of the water, maybe 8 inches deep, 10 inches? You can't quite tell. It's not very deep.
Not I.
Not yet. Also,
All
do
right.
it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
You sort of step over, your boots sloshing. You look down, and you just want to pick it up and grab it?
Yeah.
You reach down, trepidatiously but briskly. He's trying to snatch it, and you can feel it. And as you do, and you pull, you can feel like it catches on something, like a metal something, as it sort of scrapes. You presume the drain, because as you do it, there's like a that happens, and you stop. You just sort of hold. You have the key, like the end of it. Your hand isn't out of the water; it's still about that deep, but you can feel the key. But as you pull, that water recedes as you seem to be lifting something up to give enough room for the water to drain out.
Okay. Can I just hold it up and get rid of some of this water?
Try. As you feel the like scum of this place like move across your arm and like stick to the hairs on your arm, and you sort of, I need you to make a strength saving throw to free the key.
Right in your arcane holes. Your wrist.
5.
5. You can't pull it free as it, and as the key is sort of yanked on and the water starts to go, you feel something wrap around your wrist. And as that happens,
Is all the water just coming out now?
the shower's turned on, and there's like this you know how like old pipes, there's that initial like burst of like brown and reddish rusty
Yeah.
water. It doesn't stop being that.
Oh,
As
God.
it and then the dozen showers turn on, and you are at the bottom of this basin,
Get the
pulled
key,
down,
pull.
and the water level starts to rise. It's getting cold in here. There's the cold
Can we make like
water.
a human chain to pull?
Okay,
You
well,
can
I could
try
use
as
a
you
hand here.
so you grab Soren.
Yeah, and then someone
Soren
grab me.
grabs
Probably ink.
ink.
And then
Grabs. I
and
will-
then you grab
and
me.
you're at the very
yeah,
last.
let's all pull.
I need you to make a strength saving throw with advantage, and the others can chill as everyone but Isaac starts to get showered on.
12.
As it pulls free, you start to turn, and the what's wrapped around you is the key. It's like a ribbon on the back of the key. As it pulls free, it sort of loosens, and
Run out
As
of
you-
this fucking room. and
as
close
you
the
pull
door.
it free, the water starts to go down to the center, and I need the 3 of you to make me dexterity saving throws. Not you. Sorry. I looked
This
at you.
house
I
is
looked
like
at you, but you're
designed
last.
to kill you.
It's not you.
Trying to kill me? Yeah, I know.
9.
9.
9.
9.
Oh boy. 7.
9, 9, and 7.
Isaac sits and watches his entire party
I
drunk.
guess as all is then dead, you have to make a dexterity saving throw as well, since you were holding on to them. Yours is lower though. What'd you get?
6.
6. Okay.
Wait, 6, 6.
Hilariously, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. All of you.
1, 7.
Several of you got 9. That's
rolled
just the
9.
mark
Oh,
of the
that's
beast
what
upside
it
down. So as you pull and you, all this starts to drain into the center. All of you fall. 3 of you fall onto the slime and scum at the bottom of this place and start to slide down. Each of you needs to make me a Constitution saving throw. You're fine. You fall, but you don't take any damage.
Oh, thank God.
3.
Natural 20.
17.
Okay, the 2 of you hit and just sort of like push yourselves up. You hit, fall, and then like try to move up, and you inhale some of this water on accident, and sort of cough.
Kind of
And you take-
tetanus did you just get?
You take 4 poison damage.
got some of that brain amoeba stuff in it. That like eats your
Prions?
brain.
Glyria Fowl.
Oh, the brain-eating amoebas. I remember them telling.
Good times.
You do that. You take 4 poison damage, which is a lot of fucking poison damage to take from this. And then you sort of get up and you can feel like up in your sinuses, like this pressure and like wriggling.
Brain-eating amoebas.
As you sort of like,
I was gonna say,
you
can
can
eat
see,
rat
you can
poison
see,
on the water
you can
too,
see
but
Soren
fuck.
like trying to get shit out of his nose.
Oh, they
Plague
still
be
alive.
upon ye.
Huh?
I'm gonna go and check
So
it
you
out.
walk over to him and
Let's get out of this room and you can
you
check
pull
it.
Yeah.
him, you pull him up out of there, and you start to walk around the side. And you open the door and get into the foyer, and you can see he's just shaking his head.
Have the lights brought over the skull.
The lights brought over, and you can see black ichor like from his nose up into the bottom of his eyes, pouring out over the bottom eyelids. You can see this like black, just goo. It looks like black mucus. As you see this, he just like kind of can't get it out. What do you want to do?
Do we have any water? Like normal water? Like ration water or something?
Anybody have water
I
or
don't.
anything?
Just I don't know if there's any in the rations. That's why I didn't know.
There wouldn't be any in your
Okay.
normal ration.
I don't have anything like.
I could try to see if Mistress could like clean it out, but I don't know if it'd hurt her.
Do you want to try? Mistress goes, how?
Could you maybe like get in between his eyes and his nose and stuff, and then like take it out?
Glad I was consulted about that too.
As you
I don't know
feel,
how else to fix it.
as you feel your arms start to raise up, and then your two of your fingers, but with like little, like, almost like little eel mouths at the end, like little round ones. And you Mistress goes, up his nose.
Yes.
You feel that just double COVID test bet. And you can cast prestidigitation to sort of clean that out, and she'll like, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw
Oh boy.
as you pull that out.
9.
9.
Yep.
You take 2 poison, well, would be necrotic damage for you, as you pull that out, and you feel that sort of like, and then out of those eel-like fingers, it gets expelled. She doesn't take that in.
Spit it out.
And you see this like black, and it just sort of seeps into the wood and down through. I'm not sure what that was, but it wasn't food.
I figured it wouldn't be.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mistress.
Yes, thank you.
Let's see if we've got both
Okay.
keys now, at least.
You do have 2 keys.
Fucking hell house. Quicker we get this door
Oh, it's
open.
not Hell House. Hell House is way more brutal than this.
That's
like-
murder house.
that's like level 10.
That's
true.
the murder
That's
house.
murder house.
Murder
This
house.
is.
Murder
You
house
get-
makes you.
You can get one shot
kill
by pretty much
things.
everything in that room, in that house.
Yeah, that's awful. So
Does that murder house literally make you sacrifice a person?
you can.
Is
What?
this a
It's
module?
optional.
It's like
That's why I had you
It
guys
was
sacrifice
Curse
a
Strahd.
puppy.
Oh.
instead
Yeah,
of a
I just
person.
smashed a puppy.
Yeah. Yeah, I had you guys sacrifice a puppy. Yeah, it was more fun
Anyway,
that way.
so the foyer is upstairs. The keys, you have 1 each in your hands. What would you like to do?
Let's go unlock the
Same
big
time.
door.
Unlock.
Okay, so who's the 2 people that are unlocking it?
I will.
I am definitely
The
unlocking
twins,
one.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Twins.
Haunted twins.
okay.
So you both walk up
I have
and
one of the keys in my pocket, so
click it open. Click it open, and you can see that once you click one open, there's like a bar that falls down from one side, and the other one from somewhere up further. And the handles will move and open up if you want.
All right, let's see.
As you open up, there are. It is another. And you can tell from the dimensions of the outside that it's as wide left and right as it is on the bottom floor. So this isn't just an office. It is a hallway, wide, maybe 15 feet side to side. These double doors. There's a hallway. At the end of the hallway is a single administrative door. To the right and to the left are 2 doors. And they are essentially where students slept, where the or not students, the orphans slept. These are the bunks. And at the back of this, in the middle of it all, is what is almost certainly the headmaster's office. What would you like to do?
Bunks.
Going towards. Okay.
The bunks?
Can I check the locks on the headmaster's door to see if they're
You
normal
want
or
to go
not?
all the way to the headmaster's door? It's on the other side of the
That's
room.
what I was gonna do. So I'll
Bunks,
go with.
bunks.
It's on
We
the
don't know
end
if
of the
we're
hallway.
looking for something if we don't know if we need to look for something. That's why I want to look at the looks first.
You walk up to it, and there is a lock on the door. It's a office door that has basically blinds behind a window. You can see in the window itself used to be the words headmaster, but they're sort of broken up and peeled away. There is a lock. It doesn't look like a star key. It's like a normal key. You don't have it.
Okay.
You can try to break into it. You can try to break the glass of the door to get in. It doesn't seem. I mean, this isn't like magical glass. This is just glass. So, but you all notice this place is cleaner than downstairs. There's no dust on the floors here.
That's weird.
The air here is a little better. And I guess we'll perception check since you're at the door. And the others are going to the bunks.
Yeah, I want to look at.
I was
just kind of
going
walk
with
in.
him.
Okay, so you're there too. What's your perception?
7.
7. Okay, you don't notice anything other than that except for, like, just clean up here, well taken care of. Were you doing anything else while you were there?
No, not if the door's locked.
Okay, and then the two of you.
Bunks, bunks, bunks.
Okay, so is there anything else you want to do at the door here before
No,
you head to the
just
bunks?
Head back.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking through the door of the bunks. Just big doors with again, windows. The blinds are on this side though, but they're closed. If you'd like to, oh, don't fall.
Let's go.
As you sort of twist the blinds, they make little slits so you can look through. Roll perception check.
9.
9. Okay, you're looking down what seems to be a hallway that opens up on archways on the very near you, and on the other end of that hallway, the right side of this hallway seems to have coats and shoes, and it looks like kind of a place like a shoe room, I guess, in a house, but it's long and runs the length of this thing. To the left, you can definitely see it's probably the bunks area, but you can't see into there from the door.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay, grab the handle. There's no lock.
Okay.
Well, there is on the outside, but it's not engaged. Just a little slide, and it seems like this one's long broken, so it doesn't matter. You open it towards you, and you all step into the bunk area. Okay.
Let's go.
We're still in the click rule, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't mentioned it in a while, so I just want to make sure that
Oh,
we're
yeah.
all on the same page. Okay.
Good question. You enter the bunks, and again, there's this long hallway, and you can definitely tell that it's not just this long hallway. There's a long hallway, and then there's another side, and deeper into the house towards the headmasters, there's another set of bunks. And on the other side, there's bunks. There's 4 bunk rooms in
That's
here.
a lot.
There's lots of orphans here. In each room, 2, there is 13 bunks. Well, there are 13 bunks. Dozens of these beds, all of them, that you can see lie made, but decayed through time and mildew. All of which have covers of lumpy, wet, and unsettlingly, on the foot of each bed as you walk into this space, right on the end of the beds, sitting, not looking in your direction, not looking anywhere, are 2-foot-tall dolls. Dozens of 2-foot-tall porcelain dolls with little clothes and little heads of hair and those eyes that sort of like, if you tilt it back, they close and they have just, they almost look like babies.
They're sitting?
Yeah, I'm
They're
burning
sitting.
this shit down. They don't have like knives or anything. It's just.
They don't have knives. They don't have anything. They're just sitting in
Yeah.
clothes. What look like schoolboy clothes.
Room seems.
Can I vote for us all to back out of this room and never discuss
Yes,
this
exactly.
again?
That one.
What?
Bye bye.
Are you
Just
afraid
start
of the
fucking-
dolls?
We
Close
saw a
the
doll
door.
earlier with a knife. Yes.
None of these ones have knives.
That's not. They could have knives.
Anyone could have a knife.
Is the prospect
Are
of
there
a
any
tiny
empty
living
beds?
doll not enough? That
No.
had a knife.
Roll a perception check.
That's a good idea.
13?
13. Not in this room.
We should probably try to look for his bed.
What were you trying to perceive?
If there are any
If
empty
there's
beds.
an empty
okay.
bed.
Well, if his bed was in here, technically it'd be empty, wouldn't it?
What?
If Barnaby's bed was in here, it'd be empty.
But it's not in this
Yeah.
room, so we should look at the others.
Yeah.
Next room?
Okay. Who's rolling a perception check for this? To look for an empty bed?
I got it.
No, you don't.
I'm so fucking sick of
Bro.
these dice, man.
You do not. You have
That's
nothing.
a 2.
A 2?
It's a nat 1. Yep.
To look?
Can't roll above a 10.
You look around. I mean, it's hard to see in here.
Hey,
it's dark.
Person with dark vision?
I can give it a shot.
Okay, so you look in this room as well. Sort of step around the wall that's made for
Is that
coats and
person's
shoes
name
on either
glitched
side.
out?
10.
10.
Yeah.
You look in this room. In the back is a bed with no doll on it.
Is there one?
You're not close enough.
I will point this out to everyone.
It's at the back of the room. It's hard.
Of course it is.
Okay.
Off into a corner.
I'll start walking towards him.
Start
Shit, alright.
walking towards it.
I'm gonna stay by the entrance, actually.
You stay by the entrance? Are
Monitoring
you going
these-
with Soren?
I'm staring at the
Yes.
dolls.
Where are you going?
I'm staying by the entrance. I am
Okay, you're
not
staring at
fucking
the
with it.
dolls.
I'm
Rich
just
cowards.
I'm gonna like kind of
I'm
wherever
keeping
he
him
is,
safe.
try to
Got
back to
my
back and
ass
keep an eye
whooped.
on the dolls.
Okay, you keep back to back and you're looking at the dolls and you walk towards this.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do, Isaac and Isabella and Ink, your footsteps creak in between the beds on either side, the bunks. You see a little chest next to each of these bunks that's probably to keep personal belongings. You see little end tables next to that in between each bunk with a tiny light that doesn't seem to have a switch. Maybe it's connected to the front door. And you all see, except for you, because you're focused, porcelain on porcelain
To the eyes.
as they all watch the two of you, and you notice
You're like, there's too many.
As they all glance and look at Soren as he approaches the bed without the doll on it, you can see that there is in fact no lump underneath the covers of this, no old decay. All the others do. What do you do?
You said there were like chests at the foot of each bed.
Yeah.
I'll start by opening that.
Okay.
Trying to see if there's anything in it.
Sort of lean down, sort of squat a little bit, and open it up. And it has a change of clothes. Seems like schoolboy clothes with socks and sort of when you were a kid, you wore a uniform at times for different things, or you would see kids wear uniforms. You've seen this before in private schools, but these are dated, clearly. There's not much else in there.
I'll close
Except
that. Oh,
when you're about to shut it, you smell something. And you smell it as well. A familiar, slightly acrid scent. You move the clothes, and underneath are many boxes of rat poison, stolen from the cellar somewhere, collected under here. And you also see a single syringe just down in there.
okay.
Now you shut it. All the dolls are still looking at you in your direction.
I'm gonna walk over and just put a hand on the covers.
Put a hand on the covers, and you hear from the room that or the side of the room. This is a big room that has a divider in the center and then the one door that leads to them. On the other side, inside the room that you're in, you hear move from the left of the room to the right of the room in his direction.
Sorry.
You can hear this. You can start to hear this as you turn, as you touch the bed. And then, all at once, there's a sort of a shift in the room as all the dolls turn hard in the direction of this one. And there's a moment. What do you all want to do? Click roll.
Get out of the fucking room. Get out.
Run. Okay, you're dead. So, you didn't say anything? Click roll. Run. You all run out. As you turn and run, you hear whatever that is. 16? Does that hit you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You hear as something jumps on your back and goes and starts to stab you multiple times. So click rules are 6 points of piercing damage as you are stabbed, and then all the dolls run out of the room like a stampede in your direction. And they're like running. I need all of you to make me dexterity saving throws. I need you to make me a strength saving throw to throw this fucking thing off of you. Dexterity saving throw. Dexterity.
Wait, hold on.
Dexterity.
19.
19.
9.
9.
Ew.
2. 13. 13 strength as you throw this and it goes across the room and clatters somewhere else. I knocked over a potion. The rest of you start to run and you get to the door. You open it and you get to the side and you sort of pull it open for everybody else. You're faster than everybody. You even use like your claws like to get out. You open it and turn and you're about to like try to grab them and help them out as you're pushed to the side and this torrent of fucking dolls goes out and you guys are knocked over and they run over top of you and you feel the little porcelain feet slap on your head.
Bunch of Ellie's just running on top of you.
You take 1 bludgeoning damage. You
Oh,
take
saved.
2 bludgeoning damage.
1 bludgeoning damage.
1 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, it's not a
It's
bunch
just
of
a
Ellie's.
stampede.
It's
You
way
throw
more.
that. You take 1 bludgeoning damage as they run by you. And
Get into the adventure.
then you run. And they all run down the stairs or to the other side where the other bunks are. They like split off.
Okay.
And then you run out, and what do you do with it? You shut the doors?
Yes.
Okay, so you shut the doors behind you. Soren's out there, and he's bleeding from like 3 stab wounds on his back. And you can see the blood
Oh,
trickling
it
down.
has a lock on the outside, so
There's a
we'll
lock on the
it.
outside.
Yep.
Okay, so you slam it shut, and you see a, like, you hear like a ching, 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 ching against the door, and you see the door sort of go,
I'm gonna lock the other door too.
You lock
Any of
the
the
other-
others.
and
And then
you get to the foyer door, and you shut that, and you lock those.
Yes. So can we get into the office?
I'm taking my cane. I'm just fucking smashing that window at this point. I'm sick.
You
Get
walk
into
up to you walk up to it, and you just take your cane, and it shatters. You don't have to roll for that. It's just
reach in and
shatters. You reach in, and you feel like a little like bolt lock, and you undo it, and you open it in.
let's go.
Mm-hmm.
In and then close it.
So, you get in. You shut it behind you. Not that it matters anymore. Windows shattered.
Yeah, but
Sick of it.
it's one more obstacle.
You are in the headmaster's suite. As you open this and you smash it, there's silence, and as you undo it, while you are undoing the lock and pushing the door open, you hear beyond this the rhythmic sounds of machine-like components, the small, barely perceptible putter of something pushing air like breathing metal. Inside, in a fine room with welcoming charm. It looks untouched by time and the rest of the structure has seemed to experience. It's well made, there's a rug, it's clean, there's no dampness in here. It's well maintained, there's a light fire keeping the room just comfortable. Not warm, not cold, but enough. You feel as though like maybe you'd want to wear socks in here because your toes would get too cold. You see a nicely made bed, a fine rug. You see in the halo of the flame behind the lumbering shape in the darkness, the size of a city cab standing up on its end. Holland. Inhaling. Eyes wide, breathing in the darkness of this place.
Lizard.
The smell here is a combination of sickly sweet decay and dried flowers, of which there are maybe half a dozen vases in many states of newness. A fresh vase, not more than a day old, sits on a set dinner table, at which the bloated, emaciated, but still living body of a man sits.
Still.
Attached to the man is a long black hose, which in turn is attached to a mask of some kind that's fastened to the old man's face, entirely obscuring him. You can see the pieces of beard coming down, the long hair untouched by any kind of care or washing in years. As you approach, you can see the breathing and flinching, but unable to move arms as they are fastened in some way to the chair. The machine, the size of a man, stands to his side, compressing air, puttering within the metal shell. It has a sliding door on the front of it. You see another tube from this machine. Not attached to the face, not a hose. Going up under the shirt, leaving an impression that goes about to the midsection that stops and terminates. His palms sit upon the table, pressed down. He's in a medical gown that's he's been wearing for so long that it's stained with his sweat. He's seated upright, and the chair is a wheelchair, a patient's wheelchair. The palms unmoving. You can see markings or something on the skin, but you aren't close enough. The low light in here, not enough. You'd have to get closer. What do you want to do?
Get closer. His hands covered in wax.
His hands are not covered in wax. Would you like to inspect the hands?
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to do that? You also see on the table, as you approach it, since you're closer, there's an empty jar that is wafting a semi-pleasant, semi-unpleasant smell like old soup. And there's a single apple and an empty syringe on a plate in front of the man. How do you inspect the hands?
Are they like strapped down, like you said?
They're down, and you expected straps as they're not moving, but you don't see any straps or
Does he
anything.
look
Oh,
like
you
he's
said he was strapped.
No. I said that
said
he
he-
was attached,
Oh.
but you don't know. You expected straps, but there's
Yeah.
not.
Is he just like really frail?
Oh, emaciated and very,
So he
very.
probably doesn't have the.
Maybe.
Okay.
When you get close, you can tell that he can feel the air, but he can't see. There's this black mask, almost like rubber, attached to this hose.
I guess I'm just gonna get close to the hands, but not touch them.
Okay,
Just
can
kinda
you
like
look
a
at them?
Ocular, yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception check if you're not going to manipulate them in any way.
4.
4. They just look like, they look like hands just on the table.
What if I manipulate them?
You can roll an investigation check if you touch them, and yeah. So you touch his hands, they are cold.
Bro.
You touch his hands and they're cold. What'd you get, a 1?
You rolled like a 5.
I rolled a
on
5.
there.
What's the total?
It's a 12, but
That's not bad.
no, but
So,
like
okay, hold on.
a +7.
Shut the fuck up. So because not everything is terrible, because you're good at those. So you touch the hands and they flinch, but they don't pull off anything. They just flinch, and you can feel like the tense aspect. You can see there's like movement in the shoulders as you touch. They don't pull up, and as you look down, you can see the skin is like fused to the wood by some kind of substance that keeps him glued, or has become part of it. You can't quite understand. This person is definitely not a ghost or undead. It's definitely alive.
Mhm.
You can tell very quickly. You can see the
How long
neck.
has this place been
sort of-
abandoned?
How old does he look? From what I can
The face
see,
is
if I had to
covered.
guesstimate.
How long has this
It's like
place
a
been
solid
abandoned again?
black-
You can roll
like-
without the mask on. You can roll a medicine check with disadvantage to try to determine his age.
I rolled double 8s. Are you kidding? 11.
11. You would guess by the color of the hair at least 60s,
Hey, do you know?
and just like the spots. And by the way, with your investigation check, you can see although the sleeve comes down to here, there are markings
Okay.
that look like it looks like a loop right here, like
Do you know how
like a.
old the story is?
Having heard this like my whole
Since
life.
you were a
for
kid, on and off, this silly idea of like a haunted place.
Well, it's talked
decades
about.
at least.
She's 60, 70? Roughly?
Why?
What?
Why is he slamming up there?
I don't know.
Okay, so
How could
this isn't the 28 Days Later song.
It's the same chords.
Yeah, it is. I was like, am I DMCAing right now? I should check this, but
Yeah, it's the same chords.
that's great.
Same note progression.
Okay, what were you saying?
How would he have remained alive for so long?
Someone would have had to keep him alive.
This machine seems to be breathing. This machine is also there's a hose that comes up under
Can I
into the shirt.
try to see
Is
where
it
that
feeding him?
leads to? That's what I'm thinking. Is it
Do
kind
you
of
want to lift up the shirt and look?
Yeah, fuck it. At this point, he can't move away, so I don't care.
So you lift up the shirt of this, again, this like hospital gown, patients that long used. You lift it up and you see the black hose terminates into what is the stomach. And it is like fused in there. There's staples. It looks, for all intents and purposes, well done. You are surprised it's not like a haphazard thing. This isn't a hack job. This is working. You roll me a medicine check. Just a medicine check to determine more information.
What's that go?
I mean, RNG says that this should
20!
work. Okay, it's 20. You look at the person, the tubes and the machine, and what's happening here. There's a breathing apparatus on the top of this machine that definitely keeps that airflow happening, and there's a little release at the bottom where exhale can go. Again, covered up and like strapped around. The straps themselves are just like belt buckles. You could easily undo. You can see the hair itself, mostly bald on top, is starting to fall away. And as you lift that up, you can see those markings on the body are scars of various age. And all over the body. From wrists to neck to even the top of the scalp, as you notice this more often, are two words. Be good.
Just carved into his body.
This is person that, again, Holland is behind, looming over, just inhaling, not exhaling, just... I can't inhale any longer, but longer than that. Just inhaling the whole time
Does
you've been in
Holland
here.
seem like docile? while this
Holland
is happening?
is unresponsive.
Okay.
Holland doesn't notice you in here. Holland, as you finally have gotten a good look, I guess I should describe better,
explain him.
because you are now close and he's no longer just lit by that. As your eyes adjust to the scene, you see frog-like skin. Do I have one of these? I don't. Wait, I might.
Is that an actual monster?
I might. Yeah, it's an actual monster. I think right there.
Good.
Right there.
Right.
Behind the spider.
This?
No, right. Look at my finger. Look at my finger. Look at my
Behind the
right,
spider?
Look at yep, behind it. That, right
This?
there. Grab it. What is that? Let me see.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
That's disgusting.
You see
He's like a big frog.
the green skin, speckled like toad spots.
That's so cool.
About 8 feet tall, a grin that goes from side to side that would otherwise be there of razor sharp teeth, except it's open, and there's the big bulb, this gullet underneath is just pulling in the evil of this place. You can see small tendrils of shadow disappearing inside as he soaks up the evil of not only this act, but the essence of this place. Not sated yet, would need to be persuaded. There's also a person here. However, with your intelligence, the two of you at least, and your paranoia, you probably don't give a fuck. Clearly someone is keeping this happening. Which means someone visits here often. Which means, how long do you want to stay here and do things?
Yeah.
And what do you want to do when you're doing those things? Do you want to address the guy? Do you want to just get Holland and leave?
I have
and
2 ideas.
Okay.
So, one, kill this guy, put him out of his misery, and we try
when you
to-
say that, you hear a and you see like a gentle nod. Like,
Figured
yes,
as much.
please.
Kind of deserved. Anyways, and then second idea.
Anyways, just dismisses the tortured.
Anyways,
Are you the headmaster?
You can hear like a muffled sound, but you can't. It's too occupied by the mask. You'd have to undo the mask.
I want to do it.
Oh God! What is?
So you walk behind, and there's 2 buckles. They're both like belt buckles. One does the top, which will pull the tension from the top and slide it down. One does the bottom.
Bottom.
So you're just gonna pull the mask away from the bottom a little bit and keep the airflow on. The machine's still on.
Yeah, I don't want to turn the machine off.
Okay. So it's just one mask. So you unbuckle the bottom, and it starts blowing air, much like a CPAP.
That's why what I imagined it like.
It's kind of, but it's like a big black rubber that's just sealed to the face,
Yeah.
and then held tight. As you, there's breathing, and it's ragged. Definitely affected the breathing negatively. Do you take the top off?
No.
You leave his eyes closed?
Yes.
Okay. Plausible deniability make.
Are you the headmaster?
Yes! Yes! Say, kill me! Kill me, say it! And then the
Yeah,
oxygen,
I'm gonna put the mask back on so you can.
anyways, my second idea.
Are we not going to deal with this first?
Let me finish.
Quickly then. Good.
We take him with us.
No! What? No!
Hear me out. Hear me out. Holland is attracted to him.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Human being in pain. Also, we have
It seems like he will
lizards.
die if we take him off the machine.
Oh, that is
He's on a
true.
wheelchair.
He's on a wheelchair.
But the machine is
isn't.
very heavy.
His breathing was failing.
Well,
Unless you want to be able to pick up the machine somehow.
Well, if we take care of him now and kill him,
There's nothing
then
keeping Holland.
I
here.
was going to say then Holland will be a little less attracted to the
yes, but it might
room.
make him mad.
Well, this is what the
Well, this is why
lizards
we
and
have
song
his
is
songs
for.
and his snacks.
What I'm worried about is if we kill him now.
Whatever did this is going to be upset
I'd be
with
more
us.
worried about that.
Yes.
I s-
But we kind of have to, I guess. To get
Honestly,
Holland.
the whole place seems like a sort of trap in waiting for the unexpected. So if we were to destroy it somehow,
Kind of what I was thinking. If we maybe it gets worse.
Either way, I think we should kill him.
All right, I guess
I'll.
I can do it pretty
I can-
painlessly.
Isaac.
does it need to be painless?
Yes. I can take care of it.
There is, not only do you understand how to do this,
Mm-hmm.
you realize, and you realize, there's an opportunity here.
Oh God.
I'm
That's
doing
true.
It.
This is perfect.
I'm doing it.
What's perfect?
There was there was a syringe and an apple there too, wasn't there?
Oh yeah.
As I'm
At the
saying,
desk, yeah.
I
And
can do it
and
very painlessly.
if there's, does anyone consider themselves an empath?
Most of us laugh.
I would say if anyone would like to understand the intention of this place, you can try to roll I mean, you understand some of it, obviously. You can try to roll an insight check if you'd like.
I kind of... Can I try...
Unless you have a theory that you want to pop out there beforehand.
10.
10.
1.
Can I make a shot at it?
You can make a shot at it. It might be right.
What's the roll?
You don't have to be an empath.
What was the roll again?
Just an insight check, just to sort of get the vibe.
Vibe check.
22!
What'd you get?
I got a... What is insight? Probably 1.
With-
Yeah,
Okay.
1. Or no, 0.
Okay.
actually.
So, I mean, obviously, there's a retributive aspect to this. With a 22. You see that the mask it has those 2 buckles. And the bottom one pulls the mask off the mouth. But you can see a crease right here. Like this has been folded down many times.
Oh.
Every day. Or many days. This man, the cause of so much pain, and evil himself, is attached to this table and this machine that keeps him alive against his will, and he every day looks at his way out, an apple, but he has no ability to reach for it or to feed it to himself. There's a slide that goes to the feeding tube that you could put the apple into. It seems this old soup stuff is probably what was fed to him earlier, still has wetness. Possibly breakfast. Maybe it was dinner.
What's this person doing during the day?
You don't know?
They're in society, so...
Can I think... Because it's rat poison, right?
You guys ever seen Seven?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Getting some... You should watch Seven.
Oh, no.
Getting some vibes of a lot of prep.
This is rat poison, right? Okay.
This is fucking saw shit.
Can I use a medicine check to think of a way to make it better for me?
Yeah.
It's painful. Okay.
Yeah.
15?
There are many ways to dispatch of a person while keeping the integrity of other...
Okay.
You know, many different ways.
I just want to do it as painless.
Poison won't
Paint.
ruin it, right?
Oh, poison might.
That's why I...
Okay, so no
But it
poison.
was... There's no understanding of preservation of anything with the apple. It simply is a
Yeah.
symbolic gesture
Yeah, it's like a
to
fuck
be
you.
like,
Yeah.
not only fuck you,
But it's also a role reversal and
yeah,
of the dinner time situation. Yeah, with the hands on the table.
you get it.
Can't move them.
You're
Yep.
starting to understand this.
No, I totally understand.
Yeah. And there's an aspect of you that sees an opportunity. There's an aspect of the two of you that will see that this fucked up situation, but you could definitely try to get Holland out with different baits
Honestly, you
and
just
songs.
take the mask off and he'll just suffocate.
No.
You want to blast him with the gun?
I kind of want to. Can I just shoot this guy in the head?
No.
Yes, make
actually,
all of the noise in the world.
Okay, then what are we going to do?
please don't damage the head.
It's fine. I'm taking care of it. It's fine. It's taken care of. I'll take care of it.
I guess I kind of assumed you were going to eat him, but this
Do
is
you
for
want me to
something
just
else?
destroy his mind.
No, it's
No.
fine. I can take care of this. And I'm just gonna walk up, take my scalpel, and both wrists down.
You'd have to, well, for the wrists, you'd have to.
True. I guess.
I mean, he's got all sorts of different stuff.
Neck.
Carotid
No.
or femoral.
I was thinking.
You could also
here.
back here. You can also.
But I guess femoral's quicker. Yeah, femoral in the legs.
Okay, so you go to the leg, and you feel around. You feel for a spot, and you take your scalpel and press in, and there's almost like it's a mix of pain and like a finally, out of the
I guess I'll just put my other hand on his shoulder.
put your
So,
hand on
like-
his shoulder, and you. How long does it take?
Oh, probably loss of consciousness, less than a minute.
So in under a minute, there is the slow expiration and blood that's pumping out of this person, the headmaster of the Saint Benedict's Home for Wayward Boys. As he expires, you can feel a little bit of gratitude. But at the same time, fuck this guy. Holland's inhale is still happening, but it is definitely declining. You have a little bit of time before the evil of this
Does someone have a
place.
sword?
Get what we need and then
Hey, daggers.
I have a
I have
knife.
one. Thank you.
Okay, it's a dagger. It's about,
you're just gonna saw it off. Oh, okay.
You see Isaac grab the top of the head with a little bit of hair at the back. Make a medicine check for me.
Are you just gonna fucking hack this guy's
Yes.
head off?
Yes.
That was a 12.
12. You go,
What
then
the
you-
fuck is happening?
and then you take it. What do you do with it?
I'm
It
gonna.
comes loose from the buckles,
Mm-hmm.
and you see this old, withered man with a slight, relieved smile left on his dead face.
So it's for my research, I'm sorry. It's the most humane way, I don't want to hear it.
And what are you doing with this?
Holland,
It's the most humane way
I'm
possible.
gonna get out of
What
the
are you
little
doing
lizard.
mentioning the human head?
Holland! As you see,
It's time to go home now.
I need you to make me a persuasion check with advantage towards Holland.
I guess I'll just put it in my bag real quick. Is there like a...
You see his maybe 6-inch
Natural
claws
20. So 20.
as he comes to a
3.
stop. And he
23
looks,
and
and
a
you see his eyes go from small to that's his pupils. And he and you hear that you heard in the forest.
Snack.
As his mouth opens and the needle-like teeth open, and
Just gonna
he
put it back with
starts to get close to you, maybe 3 feet away. What do you do?
I'm just gonna hold out the lizard for
You
him.
hold it,
Yeah.
and he
And I'll start humming.
and he right out of your hand. So
Yeah.
I'll take that.
While this is happening, can I find like a towel or like a blanket to like wrap it in? So it's not bleeding everywhere?
There is a lap blanket
Perfect.
that you move to cut.
Perfect.
You grab it and you wrap it up and you attach it to your backpack. It's still wet, and you probably shouldn't walk around the streets with it, but
Of course.
nonetheless, Holland has now started to look at you,
I'm gonna step
and then takes
back.
a couple steps out towards you, I guess, not out,
Yeah.
but and then what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna take a few steps back, and we are gonna trainer, carrot stick this situation. I'm gonna start walking towards the exit. No one.
You can also
knows.
see, by the way, just so we're clear, over the course of time, you realize that Holland came through the top. There's a hole in the back of
Oh
the
my
room
God.
at the top near some dilapidated, and it goes up to an attic that apparently has an exit. And it's why this place is a little drafty, but that fire keeps it just tepid. And you can see that he definitely came back here and just went behind this guy who probably was horrified of this.
You can't see it.
I love Holland.
As
It's
you
sensitive.
walk out the door and down to past the bunks, you see him look over towards the bunk room,
Holland, no.
And go ahead and make me a persuasion check with advantage again. What else are you guys doing?
Should we be
I'm
someone
gonna
be
like
singing
unlock
the song?
door.
Oh
Sing
yeah.
while I
If you,
lead
sing,
him.
if you sing the song, it will lower the DC.
I'm gonna start.
Okay, give me
singing.
one person can do it, the next it's got to be moved after that.
Okay.
He's making us
Well,
all sing.
I mean, you can still sing it, but she told you it won't work if only one person does it over and over.
Is there any
15.
particular melody you want at these?
Don't care, whatever you
Okay.
interpret is fine.
I'm gonna open.
You can pick the left one, the middle one,
Yeah.
the right one,
I'm
doesn't
gonna
matter.
unlock the foyer doors.
Okay, you lock the foyer doors behind you as you,
Yep.
and you have the keys still.
Keeping them.
Okay, as you tuck those away, you're dangling. Go ahead and interpret your song.
I know it has to be sad. Or
No.
it's
The
attracted
person
sad.
has to be sad.
I know. That's what I'm
It
saying.
helps if
Like,
the
it
person
helps
is
if-
sad or evil.
I'm gonna think about my sister and her death to try and make myself sadder.
There was a spider.
Okay.
I got it before either of
I
you looked at
appreciate
it.
you.
Aw, so
That is sweet. I am sweet. Okay, go ahead. So you're thinking of your sister, so it's a little bit of sadness. Obviously, not the brightest memory of you that you have, and you start to utter the song. Allie's down here now.
I figured.
It's like 2.5 hours. It's pretty close.
Baby.
Without word, seldom heard. Bander hubs creep from shadows deep in voiceless night when stars alight upon the bleak and moonless blight.
A cheerful song.
I don't think it's supposed to be.
And you
true.
hear
I wasn't given notes.
and you hear Holland. When he hears that, you can see these membranes sort of like as you sing, and he seems to like it as he turns and you dangle. And with advantage, was your persuasion check with the?
Yeah, 15.
Give me the thing. As he.
I only have 4 more
Well,
of these, so.
Yeah, I know. As he.
Okay, we're gonna go a little further this
And then
time.
eats it up, and then you guys walk down to the foyer, down the foyer and into the main room. At which
I'm not gonna
point,
give
at
it
which
another till
point,
we're out of
you
the...
hear as you walk down, dozens of skittering to the edges of the room away from you.
Okay,
They don't want anything to do with this Banderhob.
good.
Oh my god.
As he walks down the stairs, and you're both looking with your guns out, and you can see these small creatures, these dolls, hidden in like little spaces around,
Ellie, come here.
and they don't seem to like you. She's not gonna come here.
She's gonna knock it
She just smashed that curtain.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Why are you booping the curtain? The fuck? She booped the curtain real hard. It's on like little sticks. Anyway, avoid cat. You walk down in, and then Holland again.
The evil of the babies.
He loves the evil down here, and he starts to
Songs?
try to find a spot. He almost does like a spin, like a dog, and then like walks over.
I'm gonna
and
walk
then, like,
to the front door.
You can hear him start to like
Okay.
Outside the front door.
outside the front door, and you're singing.
Yes.
So with advantage, and the DC's lowered.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll advantage while you sing.
Okay.
What is it?
No one knows where the Banderhob goes. They feed on hate and tears. Don't never go where the Banderhob goes, for you can't unsee some fears.
And he goes.
21.
There you go.
And he walks over. He likes his songs. And 21. You pull him out of the front door and into the front yard. And he starts following you to the gate to cross the road in the middle of the night in the city. You realize that
Yep.
this should be done quickly.
Yes. All right, so.
And now he looks around and he. When he walks out into the center of the road, he just sniffing for evil in the city. What do you
Can I
wanna
start
do?
thinking evil things about how fun it is to rip people apart?
Jesus.
I mean, technically,
Your brother
I did
just decapitated someone.
kill the guy
Yeah.
and took his head off.
Yeah, we do
And
have
that
a
is
severed.
definitely still on my brain.
Okay, I will
probably the most
allow
fucked up thing
allow
that
these
happens now.
thoughts to modify a little bit of the next thing.
Okay.
He has not drawn. You are clearly not the most evil thing in this city. So,
You-
I will say that.
Oh fuck.
Jesus Christ. Jeez. The two of you can add some intent to this that will help a little bit on any one roll.
Okay, I'm gonna...
It will become... He gets desensitized to a constant unless he finds a source and can eat on it, so...
We're gonna be power walking.
So you walk across the street into, like, again, there's that alley that you guys were in. You'd have to fish through the alleys and then to the front gate and then inside where you hope you will be able to seal him within the gates.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has to cross the street, so you walk over to the alleys and he's sort of like... And you can see to the left... It's in the middle of the night, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. There is one of those turn lights. They simply glow red or they glow green. Mm-hmm. Right at the edge. And you can see there's a car sitting at that intersection.
Oh, God.
And you don't... Right now it's pointing towards you. You have no idea if it's coming toward you or if it's going to turn right or left away from you. But this is
Fuckers are
happening.
using their signals.
Well, there's no signals. So there's not a ton of automobiles. There's enough. So... You're across the street. You're all there. He's in the center of the road. He's stopped. You notice that. What do you do? Dangle more?
Can I try to lure him down the street quicker, like away
This
from
is what you would be doing, yeah. So what are you doing? How are you doing it?
Where's the songs?
Are you going to use the songs again? You have one more song left to give you a better
We have
DC
one
on
more
this.
song.
No. Actually,
okay.
I'm just going to... Can you dangle the head? And then I'll...
Give him the head?
I am
No.
not dangling
Well,
the head out.
Well,
in
no,
public.
you don't take it, but I also have this, and then...
Okay, so you have the lizard that is his favorite food, not human heads, and
Okay.
he looks at you, but then he looks off into a southerly direction.
What happens if I just punch ink?
What the way?
Does that make me evil enough?
That's not evil.
It's not
Damn
evil. No, you think about it for a second. You think, what can I do that's evil?
Okay.
Just sort of mean.
Is the car that's like at the intersection? It's like stopped at the intersection.
It's stopped at the intersection. It's red right now. It's maybe 3 blocks away. That's the only intersection between there and here, though.
Okay.
And it's pointed towards you, and you can see that you can hear the of the pitter of it. So you dangle. You can make a persuasion check if you'd like with advantage because you have the thing.
Okay.
Okay.
20.
20?
Yeah.
He looks southerly, left down the road. And then... Holland! As you hold this, and he... walks forward into the alley as... 3, 4, 5. Wait. No. 1, 2 is the car. 3, 4 straight. 5, 6 is left. It starts to pull into the intersection as you start to duck in, and it pulls left. So it's not coming down the road you are. So you're in this residential area with this Banderhob.
Yeah.
And it starts to snake through the alleys as you start to walk through, and he starts to
follow
and starts to...
I will toss it to him as a sort of good job, good
Yeah.
boy, and then like feed
And
him.
he grabs it out of the air and
I'll drop one.
gets to the intersection of those alleys, the ones that you were in that are kind of spiraling out from the center in sort of a rough cross shape in between all those apartments that you were at. As he steps in, there's a... And again, he's drawn south. As you look.
Are there any people
This is
about
halfway through.
on the
People?
streets?
No, it's 2 a.m. There's not a lot of people out.
Yeah, I know. I
There's
was
people in
just
these
saying, like,
apartments, though, you know for a fact.
Why is he
He is drawn to the most evil place in the city.
the banks?
Maybe.
The rich part.
Yeah, literally the rich part is probably. We have one more song.
But we have a lot of ways to go still.
He's starting to take steps. He's starting to take steps.
Some help.
We need to another food.
So you dangle it again?
Yeah.
Okay, and you go, Holland!
Running out.
Okay, give me a Holland. Give me a Holland. Well, Holland?
Holland?
There we go. Nobody else do anything?
If anyone has ideas that could be helpful.
That's a
Kind of running out.
I've been out of ideas since you cut the guy's head
A
off.
13? A 13? Still turns away from you.
Okay, well, if we fail, we all fail, not just us two. So
As he starts to put his hands on the sides of the buildings
I
and like,
don't know what else to do.
Someone do something evil.
he's
either.
what are you
You
doing?
wrote evil horror books. How do you not know anything
Those are
evil?
stories.
Okay, well,
That's why I was like,
Trying to move?
are there people? Are there well, no, there's no people. Are there animals?
You don't know. You're
Uh,
just gonna kill a random animal?
I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
kill a random person?
I could kill a random person.
Don't we still have one song left?
You do?
yes, but then we're out of songs.
Sing
and we
the
have to
song!
keep thinking of evil things.
Who has the song, Puck?
It's right here.
Do a song.
Do a song. Okay, so this lowers the DC.
It was still a 13.
You have to roll again as you have to try to lure him again. You go, no, Holland, Holland! And you sort of like waft it. Oh, sorry.
14.
Okay.
If ever ye hear the suck
Nah,
of
sing
air-
it, not talk it. It won't work.
You have to sing.
If ever ye hear the suck of air, the suck of shadow, and the suck of fair, that's Banderhub breathing, inhaling the gloom, breathing in evil and exhaling doom.
As he goes, starts walking towards you,
Okay.
and
That's
you
all we
feed
got.
him one, and he follows you to the edge of that residential area, across the street from the inside of this place. So across the street from the Cliff Gardens, and you can see under the light in front of the Cliff Gardens gate
Is
an
she
old woman
there? Oh.
Okay.
pushing a cart,
I'm going.
and she goes
I'm gonna do a sprint.
towards the old woman,
Yes.
and she goes,
Tackle the fuck.
Ink, just grab her and run.
I
Grab the old
eat-
woman and
I will.
drag her.
and she goes, get inside really quick.
Oh, okay.
Get in.
Quick.
Okay.
Holland. And in the cart,
I have more- I have
she unveils it.
Just a cart full of lizards.
It's a cart full of lizards.
Oh shit! I throw the 2 extra lizards in there.
Put the 2 extra lizards in there. She goes, Holland! And he goes, what? I need you to roll a persuasion check. And she'll sort of start to hum. Like, like some other...
13.
13 is just enough with the song. And she pushes the cart, and it sort of falls over and crashes on the sidewalk inside, and the lizards spill out. And then she walks inside the gate herself, and then closes it, and goes, "Wait, where's the chain? Did you leave the? Where's the chain?
One of you has it.
I have it. I'm
You have
pretty
the
sure.
the chain. Put it
Pull it out
on."
of the bag and
You, and she goes, and you see really quick, one of the first people you've seen in the city to do it, a magic spell.
Oh.
And you see a little blue run across the gate on either side. She's still in her old lady disguise.
You know, I almost ate you.
Why would you eat an old lady?
Evil? To draw him in?
I don't think that's evil enough.
Really?
We're gonna have to get really evil.
I mean,
I
maybe.
think maybe the evil strategy is not the best
I mean,
one.
maybe
No.
if it's to even direct his attention.
How
If we have to murder an old
Holland
lady,
and other band of hobs are more drawn to like the evil core of something.
Ah.
I've used him before with like a bloodhound.
Well, he might have
a
found
good
a
idea,
serial
actually.
killer. Well, not a serial killer. I
A
guess.
what?
He might have found a murderer who is still alive in the
Maybe.
city. But we don't know who. Well, we know the name.
Well.
If you'd like, I can fill you in once we get inside.
Oh, you're not coming inside.
Oh, okay.
She's on the other side of the gate.
Oh, okay.
No more of this.
How are you?
No more of this. I'll come. What? You want more interacting with me?
Just
Kind of.
the hormone you promised?
Fine.
Oh, I wasn't going to forget, don't worry.
And she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out a small jar filled with like a yellow substance. You want this?
Yes, please. I will leave you alone, I promise. But I think we could learn a lot together. And I'll reach up for it.
She sets it down.
Thank you.
You actually got him back. And you didn't die.
Yes.
See her form unchanged from disguised self into her normal blue-haired sort of lab coat. It's buttoned up a little bit. I'll keep this in mind. Don't visit me again.
Would
And
you
she
like,
turns. What?
Address, in case you need to contact us.
Your address?
Yes.
We actually have a place. So,
We're at 84 Bay Ridge.
right across from... What's that place again? I forgot
The
name.
Clam.
The Nagging
Clam,
Clam.
yes.
If you need any
So-
further help.
You're like... Is this an occupation?
Sort of.
Kind of.
Fast becoming one.
We've been delving in some other stuff, but
You've been...
we've delved once.
How deep?
Not
Not
very.
very deep, yeah, just the first time.
We got some moonstone and moon chips.
Tell you what. Next time you delve, bring me something. You come to this gate, and you knock.
Alright.
Bring me something if it's good. If it's something you think I might like.
Got an idea?
Maybe I can help you out with your little, endeavor. '84 Bay Ridge. This like a business?
I don't think we have decided yet, but this is
Still
where we're
working
holding
out.
up for now.
The details.
Well, you have some curious investigatory practices. So, if you can keep this a secret,
Will do.
then maybe you can work with me. And she turns and starts to walk away. Come, Holland! As he's finished the cart.
And fast walking unsuspiciously back to the fucking warehouse.
Yeah, we should get back to the warehouse.
Back
before
to the
a
warehouse.
copper finds us.
For a copper unlawfully searches my body.
Unlawfully.
Unlawfully
Yeah,
searches my
unlawful.
body.
This is
Searching
my
of a
lawfully
decapitated
acquired
head.
head.
It is in a bag. He can't see it. It's fine. That's unlawful. He's got no
Yeah.
probable cause to search my bag for a
no
head.
problem.
You say that, and then there's just this bloody lap blanket.
It could be fruit.
That's more than
He
probable.
can detect the smell of the severed head, and it's going to give him
That's
the
why
right
I'm
to
hurrying.
search
Let's
us.
go.
So you walk. As you navigate through the city, I need ink to roll a. What are you proficient in?
Like proficient.
Actually, don't worry about it. Wisdom modifier plus proficiency, and this
Okay.
is you navigating through the city, in a safe way to try to, because it's your home city and this is what you get to do. So with advantage.
I think the excuse I found it will work.
It's definitely not.
Oh, nat 20,
If
21.
it comes down to it, I'll eat it really quick.
It doesn't come down to that. True though.
True though, yeah.
Smart.
Should've had
It doesn't
the
come down to
rest
that.
of the body.
As Ink, you are again very comfortable in this city, walking between alleys, taking shortcuts. in understanding the dangers and the different territories of the different gangs and the places you wouldn't go, the places cops aren't usually, especially at this time. Easy enough. You guys make it back to 8-4 Bay Ridge. You close the door behind you,
I am right to the basement.
and Isaac walks directly to the basement.
I'm going to.
No words.
tell-
Unlocking it.
Can I?
No.
And you hear,
This is me. I need to do this alone.
All right.
and you hear the door to the downstairs hatch close.
He still hasn't told us why he cut off a head.
needed a human
can I,
brain.
You want to go?
Why?
Oh!
What did she say? I missed it.
You
You
can't
need a
hear this
human
from
brain.
above as you are totally engrossed with yours as you start to do the many processes that you feel you need to do to accomplish such things.
We didn't feel the need to tell both of you because we weren't quite sure how we were supposed to do it. But he needed a human brain for his research, and honestly, this is the most ethical way we could have acquired one.
All I ask is, I do not care. I understand.
An
we need human
explanation.
An explanation would be good. Like, if in the future we need something like this, just let us know. I think the shock is the biggest part. I'm already working with you, and I know you want to eat people, so, like, just be like, hey, we need human brain, and I will go, all right, let us find path
I
that
highly
am
doubt it would
comfortable
be
with.
that fucking easy. There's no way.
I think it helps.
It's better to ask for forgiveness for this than permission. Absolutely. Like, absolutely.
That's probably true.
Because if I said, I need to get a human brain, you would have been like, fuck that.
This brain, that guy was asshole, wanted to die.
Exactly.
So that's fine. But I just, like,
I
I
can't-
also, if you had told me, I'd be like, perfect, we found the brain. Yay, asshole brain. I'm just saying, it was the shock of you all of a sudden just...
Darwin.
That's funny, though.
Whew.
I don't know why he's like this.
Yes, so we needed to acquire one, and Isaac didn't even want to tell me, apparently, for a small time. So I didn't think it was my place to tell either of you, unless he wanted to.
Fair, I guess. I just... Is
Yeah.
there any other horrifying things he needs that we do not know of at this time?
That was the only thing he told me
Okay.
about.
Cool.
I actually don't even know what he's doing down there, to be honest.
I wouldn't want to. I would not want to know.
I kind of do, but that's okay. I have work to do anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to get the drink at Clam. You want anything? I can bring something back for you.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bring me a drink.
You walk across to the clam. Oh, hey. And your drinks, you pay for them. Did you want to say anything?
Just
You sort of walk in.
Looks like you've seen a ghost, huh?
Oh, okay. You want the-
haunted house today. Not good stuff. How much is it?
A haunted house, huh?
Yes.
It's a couple silver for just 2 drinks.
I'll give him a gold.
Okay, so he gives you some of the good stuff. So, slides over a whiskey and a vodka, I believe. Like a whiskey
Vodka.
drink, a vodka.
A whiskey drink?
Double vodkas. Anything in them? Are they vodka tonics? What's the official drink of these characters? What's the go-to? I'm a Manhattan guy.
Is that
I have vodka tonic.
Just a vodka tonic with lime?
I would say just because of poverty, straight vodka.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So just 2 fingers of vodka that you do yourself, and you take his drink over. At this point, he's totally comfortable with you taking some glassware, because you tend to bring it back, so it's pretty good. You use the bathrooms, and you pay for stuff, and you keep things neutral, which is what he likes. And you send him, you go on your way, and you bring a drink, vodka tonic over with a little ice and little bubbles in it, and set it down next to your makeshift sort of desk area, and you sip it. It's good, refreshing. Love a vodka tonic myself. And
Thank you.
I'll be laundering clothing and I guess getting to work on some other sewing projects.
okay.
Oh,
And as you
Isabella, do you think you could maybe sew the knife holes?
Yes. I
as you
can
look,
patch
and there's
those
just
up.
blood stained, and you
I'll
start
have
sewing the knives, and Mistress goes,
Yeah.
and you hear unsettlingly, the taste of your blood.
Get in line.
So, I'm assuming you feed some Hydra.
Yeah, eat some Hydra for the night.
Keeping the rest. Okay.
We didn't eat yet today, did we?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna use a ration.
'Cause
Yeah, I have
you
my-
guys had gone down to the
Why not
basement
buy
and then
food from the
immediately into
clan?
this.
I guess that's fair. I gave like gold anyway. Could I just add some like food onto that, like a meal
Yeah, that's
or
fine.
whatever?
So you eat some food. Unless you guys have ration chips around. I don't know if you do.
I only have my
I
Hydra.
have a couple, but we're not touching this.
Yeah.
We're too focused.
I'll just be eating memory once I get
These are
ready for bed.
magnetic.
Okay.
These are
How many memories have you eaten so far? How many long rests is that?
That's a good question.
That's a fun one.
I think we're...
I keep forgetting that's a thing he has to do.
Close to 10?
Okay, that sounds about right. 10.
10.
So, definitely keep a tally of that. You want to know when you forget that spell.
Forget?
Yeah, you read the description of the spell, right?
Yeah.
He
Oh, okay.
After X that we don't know it.
Oh, it just vanishes.
After 1d100.
Mm-hmm.
If
So-
only the DM knows.
So once he's
I forget it.
fulfilled it, he like forgets the spell and doesn't have to eat memories anymore?
Oh, that's not what it says.
Oh.
Go ahead and read it again, just so we know.
After feeding the pupating fetter sac 1d100 times, DM's discretion, you stop knowing eat memory.
That's it? Is that because you die?
Maybe he just stops.
You know
knowing
eat
it.
memory,
And then you just stop knowing it.
and then at a certain point, you no longer have use for the spell. It is a pupating fetter sac.
I got some theories. I got some theories.
I think it grows.
I think
a
you just
little
become
too
self-sufficient on your memories.
Well,
much.
we'll see what happens if you decide not to address this. So, it's also a thing you can inflict on other people, of course. So, you all get into the warehouse, comfortable, back safe. The thoughts of these things existing, this haunted house existing, is not good.
I'm basically in the safest place.
Yeah, you're basically the safest place. You still have that. The safe is locked and shut. There's still that little draft at the back of it, as the you guys haven't filled the back of the
don't
safe
even
hole.
think about
If
Yeah.
we ever wanted to install toilet, we could probably put it there. The pipe
Did
could
we
just
talk
go back
about
through
that?
the safe. Yes, it goes right to the sewer.
So, yeah, it does. Shitting into his office. So, you sit there and you work. And you don't know when this is going to be done, but you know that you're on the right track. It's not going to be a single long rest. It's going to be some days of testing. And now you're wondering, what's south? Where was Holland headed, if not back to this haunted house? What's more evil in this city? Wasn't heading towards the long way down. And you also think, we sent those letters to Reverend Gill. They have absolutely arrived. And you expect that the resolution to those letters will have to arrive quickly. You wrote, as Reverend Gill reads the following words.
Oh no.
Y'all have no
We
idea
forgot
what
to
I
give
wrote.
input.
Oh, that's the letter
None
I
of you
wrote.
gave me input, so I wrote it.
That's.
Reverend Gill.
Uh,
Actually, you can read it in your words, your voice. This is what Reverend Gill is reading right now.
Reverend Gill, your message has been received. The object in question was not present within the warehouse when we took up residence here, but we do have information on its location and are working to acquire it. We appreciate your patience while we work. Why is there scratched out?
You scratched stuffed out.
Did I?
That
You
was
did.
me.
You did?
Yeah, I wrote that.
No, this is, yeah, this
Oh,
is Soren.
wait.
This isn't
There's
mine.
the other one. Where's the one you wrote?
Yeah,
Did you send it
I
to
sent
me?
it to you on
Discord?
Discord or something.
Okay, yeah.
Or text. I don't remember.
A text?
Like a WhatsApp?
Yeah, which one was it? Now I
I
gotta
was about
look
to
through
say,
our
that was
fucking
not what I wrote.
texts. Hold on.
Porn.
Porn.
It's not
Jeez,
porn.
no. Okay.
It might have been Discord.
I really don't know where you sent this to me. Anyway,
I'm
I remember the
looking,
contents of the
looking,
message
looking,
myself.
looking.
I can't believe you would do this to me. I thought you gave me a physical piece of paper.
Nope, I wrote it to
I can't believe
you digitally.
Check your Discord. Anyway, so what?
Are you sure? I
looking.
thought there was a physical envelope too that you were like, I wrote it.
Nope.
Okay.
I thought there was two. Anyway, so that's Soren's
that,
message that
kitty?
you did send, but you took the liberties to send another message that said essentially.
Hold on, I can control F.
We can look for it, but a similar vibe to "We didn't know it was here. We are on our way to get it. We will either come to you with it, or you can contact us. We'll be there in a couple days."
Found it.
Okay, there
I
it is.
searched it. Dear Reverend, I apologize in advance for my lack of flowery language. I'll get right to the point and not waste time nor dance around it. We had to reacquire what was yours from other hands, but it is safe now with us. As much as we would like to fulfill your request, there are some things we need to discuss about its transport and our involvement. We would like to oversee the transfer of your goods in exchange for clarity, cooperation, and perhaps answers. I have a personal interest I would like to discuss with you that I do not wish to write, but it is of great importance to me. Please get in touch with any further instructions, or we will make the delivery directly to you in 2 to 3 days' time. Hopefully, we can have a lovely conversation. Thank you, kindly, Isabella Baines.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, that was better than I could have thought of. Yeah.
So,
You were all so worried.
with the knowledge of that, thinking about what our next steps are we going to
They were
hunt
off to
down
the
some other
north,
leads?
right?
North of the city in the town of Host. Outside the city in a couple days travel. Well, a
So,
day and a half travel.
I was just wondering because clearly Vanderhout Boys doesn't give a shit about that.
Oh,
Something else is deeper.
the closest, most evil stuff. So, it'll feed on that until it doesn't have to anymore. You don't know what Banner Hubs used to do when they were still attached to Shadowfell, but you know that that's what they do now. So, with that, we will end this session. Making it out of
There's a
Saint
crazy
Benedict
killer
Home for Wayward
person.
Boys.
Send you a text.
There's a crazy killer person somewhere out in this city who is
We cut
keeping
off-
a
Did
man
you know
alive
that?
for like 60 years to torture him.
No, 30.
30? Oh yeah. This
The
was,
town
this was
fell
post-Midwich?
apart. Yeah, the town fell apart.
30 years is still a long fucking
Oh,
time
it's a
to
super
sit
long
there
time.
and keep someone alive every day.
There were a lot of orphans after the moon crash.
Did we ever confirm that
Oh, I'll take that.
Barnaby was a
Yeah, I
ghost?
assume we gave this.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I think Barnaby might actually still be alive.
Good.
Victor's
Fucking
ass.
come for me.
I'm
See what
pretty
happens.
sure the point is that Barnaby is alive.
Okay, yeah. That's kind
And
of
everything else is traps to keep people out of his horrible torture dungeon.
cool. Love
Not
that.
necessarily traps. The place is absolutely haunted.
Oh, it's definitely
yeah, that place
like
is haunted as
defiled and
fuck.
cursed in
Yeah.
some way.
Yep. Cool.
The unnatural behavior of what happened there.
But he apparently can walk freely in here. And
They're all scared of him, probably, because he killed them all.
so, with that, session ends. And we will pick up next time as you guys decide your next moves. Interacting with Reverend Gill, delivering the... I was almost going to say the name of it that you don't know. Delivering the symbiote-like entity from within the box.
Oh yeah, and also in the meantime of that needs to be fed a little bit so
Sure,
it doesn't
you get
die.
it. I'm imagining you're keeping it minimally fed so it doesn't die. That's fine. Or going on another path and doing something else. So, we'll be back next Thursday around 7 p.m. Eastern for more of the good stuff. Woot. Woot!
Huzzah.
More goop.
More goop?
That's the running theme. It's just goop everywhere we go.
Goop everywhere. Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you had a good time. We'll be back.
I mean, when we die, we all return to goop.
Chirp.